we last left off, you all came to a tight encounter amongst each other, having evaded a barreling stampede of Gorgons and taking refuge in these dilapidated ruins as a storm raged overhead. You all were forced to confront each other as well as yourselves for what you're doing here, what they're doing here, and what are you doing here together. While much came out and much was discussed, there's still a tense unease in the air. Truth being revealed can oftentimes be seen as a good thing. However, it can also be seen as a curse. For sometimes ignorance is bliss. And without that ignorance, we continue on. However, the last 2 days have been a bit unique. For we've been traveling not with. Hang on, I gotta fucking. Y'all always throw shit at me the second I'm narrating, and it throws me off.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I gotta fix that after them.
Okay, no worries. Narrate.
Yeah, I gotta
Do
fix
your
that. Hang on.
I love the two. Sorry.
Y'all are. She is in the fucking forge, you dumbass.
What do you? It doesn't get. It never gave
She's
me the
right
option.
there.
Ryan, Ren,
It
quick,
didn't
we
give me
need
the
to get
option.
you
It
through
was
something.
just me as like my username. That's all it let me choose.
I'll kill you.
Thank you.
Anyways, we'll continue on. For the last 2 days, there have only been 5 of you, not 7. For Giannis and Arceus are not with you. For the last couple days, even. No note was left behind, no signs of escape. However, they've been traveling seemingly either alone or together, regardless apart from you all. It isn't until maybe the 4th day of travel, really, where you spot Arceus, and Arceus alone, walking towards you all on this large, flat grassland. Hills beckon surrounding you. Small, to call them forest would be inaccurate, but thickets of wood and trees scattered throughout. Arceus walks with his shoulders back, his hair slicked back, and there's a small sheen as the sun begins to set. You all were looking for a place to set up camp quite soon as sun was setting. But you see that this individual is carrying something on both of their hands. They look like rope around their wrist tied to orbs. And it isn't until they get closer that you smell and see that they're heads. Maybe 4 in each hand, bound by their hair, walking towards you all. And the heads are tossed in your direction as Arceus stops. You see that as they roll, there's a clean cut at the neck. These are orcs and Goliaths. Their faces are hard, or they once were. Scars across the face from age-old battles. They won't be bothering us as we make our way. You're welcome.
This is like, this is Ark saying it, but not Ark saying it.
It's not
yeah.
Ark's voice. It's not Ark's
Yeah.
voice.
The faces on the how many heads exactly?
Like 8.
Okay.
4 in each hand. They were tossed unceremoniously towards you as they rattle on the dirt.
Ew.
Do any of these
Okay.
heads look familiar?
Not at all.
Kind of like we've got a cat. Just kind of fucks off for a while and then brings us a bunch of kills.
Hmm. Amusing.
Thanks.
What are the
Now that, go ahead.
I know that sometimes when someone dies, like their last expression kind of gets stuck on their face a little bit.
I mean, after a couple days, the muscles in their bodies, like all the nerves are, the neurons are done firing. It's just limp skin at this point. There's not like a face that's stuck in like a,
Okay.
but they're just
Uh,
like eyes half open as the gravity just pulls the skin back, and the blood is
Did-
dried underneath the neck.
Did he come from in front of us, the path that we're traveling now?
In front of you, the path that you're traveling now. Now that this bastard has gone and told you everything, and you know, there's another thing you should know. The only reason I don't split each of you and leave you the same way I left that bumbling fool with the squirrels in our first camp together is because for the present time, you all are useful to me. You seem to plunge yourselves headfirst into danger and battle, foolishly. But I admire it, because I want it to be so. I want you all to get stronger and struggle endlessly in your meaningless pursuits.
You okay, Bubs?
To what end?
To my ascension and my return. As I told this one, as he points, kind of waves his hand up and down to Cassian, before, I want your struggle to become the whetstone that my return is forged from. For now, this bastard's own mind can overwrite my own, and he maintains control over this vessel for a time, but a day will come where that is not the case. I come to you all now, openly. I do not defeat and toy with one of you only to bring you back, knowing that I have peered into their own heart. I do not place a ward on another, as he points, his head turns to you, Rose, and prevent you from doing something as simple as speaking with the microscopic amount of power I still have. No, because you all know that I can come to you and I can get you whenever and wherever I want. Remember that, and I may show mercy when I return.
So do we get him back now, or do we just have to deal with you?
For the time being, my control is waning. But watch your tongue when you speak to me. I would speak a bit more carefully, with respect, if you should ever wish to continue speaking at all. You all saw what I could do when he was right in front of you. Imagine what I can do when he's not.
That in mind.
For now, I will rest. but I will come back again. And should you all pledge yourselves to me when I extinguish this bastard's own mind, then perhaps you could join my legion. You see that the body leans back and slowly falls forward as if the weight in the head drops. The hair falls forward, covered in dried blood. As Arceus, you return.
I think Arceus like does one of those really like entire body like stretches, like when you've been sitting at like a desk at work for like 6 hours and you get up and you're just like you just stretch like your arms back and you're trying to like
Hey, AJ.
stress everything. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. With the arc, not arc, what does his aura look like?
It doesn't look different than Ark's.
Ah.
What I will say, Ark, is as you do come back, memories that are not your own flash into your head. It's first person. You live these memories, but you also didn't. Walking into an encampment, these orcs and Goliaths, 20, 30 of them. No weapon at your side. Unopposed to what you do wield your weapons back on your hips. You don't remember, but there was a conversation. What was said eludes you. And then a slaughter. These battle-hardened individuals laughing first, and then being assailed by this individual.
I think he's just like, oh, hello.
Hi. So how is your family dealt with that guy? Said this is like a family thing, this has happened, it's not just you?
No, from what I understand, the last person that had it didn't do too well with it either.
Ah,
How large is your family?
One more time.
How large is your family?
I have a few siblings, and parents. It's not currently very large, but it goes back quite a ways, from what I understand.
You are trying to get rid of it, right?
Yes,
Just checking.
seems like a mutual goal.
Do I believe him? I've never met
You,
him, so I don't
what's
know.
your passive insight?
11.
You can believe what you want to believe.
Okay.
We're both kind of trying to get rid of each other. These guys, I think were on the road ahead of us. They were probably trying to harass us.
at least that's what he thought.
Yeah, I think that is what he thought. Yeah. Well,
Guess we keep moving? Where's Giannis? She with you?
we weren't traveling
She like-
together.
He likes to vanish. She'll be back probably.
Okay. Keep moving then.
Okay. Continuing on, is there anything any of you want to do in the next couple of days as you continue to march?
Um,
Well, oh,
I lost my train of thought when you went. Later then, whatever it is.
Cool.
I'll remember it later.
No problem. As you all are continuing on, you do spot in the distance a pile of bodies right on the road. And you do spot one Goliath woman and one orc man digging holes. They've pulled the bodies, but you see the dried blood has been dragged and scraped against the grass and dirt, depressing the grass. As they do have weapons on their backs, massive, great weapons, as they're digging up holes, and they kind of spot. And it's not hard to see, but they look at Ark and then they kind of take a step back before they kind of hot-footed out of there, rushing backwards.
If I look at this bodies litter around, do these look like either like just nomadic people that are armed to protect themselves, or are these look like
looking at them, they look armed to the teeth. Like they have daggers, great weapons. A lot of them were attempted to be buried with their weapons. All of them warriors, definitely of the martial variety. You do see that a lot of them have human ears around their neck, skulls draped from their waistbands.
So this would have been a problem.
That's weird.
I have a feeling weird is not weird for you. Tap him on the back a little bit.
No, he doesn't usually leave witnesses.
You might not have been witnesses, but just not here when it happened.
They recognized him.
That's a good point. Well, let's leave before he decides to remedy that.
Okay.
Hopefully this
good
isn't a
idea,
recurring
Jimmy.
problem.
Eventually, as you all continue on, another sight crosses towards you. You see many merchant wagons heading down south as you breach your way onto the main road, finally heading towards Andamaria. You see a lot of different traveling, most of them family and working class. You see, like many small folk. You don't see much nobility leaving or anything like that, but it's mainly like those that are like small traders, families, and they're packing up, not in mass, but you see maybe 5 or 6 different families, different groups in one day, which is quite a lot. It isn't until you do spot a squadron of about 6 or 7 men and women dressed with these tan robes similar to the Azure Blades that met you at Amberwatch Base. And they're just waiting. They have a small campsite, a small tents pitched. Cassian, very familiar to you, the kind of way these are pitched on the road. As they do see you all from the distance, one of them gets on a small horse and rides out to meet you. Hello, I'm looking for the company traveling with... Yeah, you guys are them, I assume. I don't see the family resemblance, though. But seven people. Hang on, that can't be right. Are you missing one?
Who were you looking for?
Nothing. I just have 7 written down here. And descriptions of all. I mean, the rest of you make it out.
One of us is dealing with a personal matter.
Right, well, I'll relay that. I represent the Azure Blades. I'm here to escort you into the city with the proper clearance. Lieutenant Weaveborn told us to meet you all and ensure that you are allowed inside the city and kept safe. As the city is currently under lockdown, no one in or out without the proper clearance.
Is something wrong?
From our understanding, top brass in the city has reason to believe something's wrong every day, but we're just following orders. I'm sure you can understand.
Can I make a insight check? Is that like this the response he gives people so he doesn't have to say what it really is?
You can make an insight check.
Okay, let me go here. Insight roll.
Closing the city is quite a drastic step.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13, bro. Like he's like, I don't fucking know y'all. I'm not telling y'all shit. I'm on a job. I'm not
Fair.
telling y'all goddamn a fucking thing more than I have to.
That's like customer service answer. You know.
Yeah.
We're told.
Yeah, you know, like he's not telling y'all shit. He don't know y'all. He was
fair.
more
Take it
than
up on the
happy.
bus.
Yeah, that's above my pay grade.
If
It's not a matter of I can't help you.
if our other party member does show up, she's a dark elf lady.
Yep.
She'll just keep an eye out for her, I guess.
Right, got it. Matches the description. So I'll send word to the watchman and make sure that she can enter without issue. Will you all be coming with us? It does say in here from the lieutenant that it is your decision to make at the end of the day. Strangely.
Yeah.
I don't see why
Let's-
not.
All right then. Well, we're just resting for the night, and then we'll head off in the morning. It should only be maybe 2 more days' ride. We don't have horses, but if you'd like, you can double up with us, and it should be enough to carry you all.
I have no issue with this. With the rest of you.
You can ride side saddle if it makes you feel more comfortable.
Thank you.
I will go. That is fine.
Great. Alright then. Unless anyone wants to protest, this seems like the plan.
Okay. As they invite you into their camp, is there anything you six want to do as they start preparing you a quick meal? Nothing fancy. They don't treat you like nobles or guests, but it's like, hey, you know, we're on job to escort you, so we're gonna give you what we can. You know, the rations are dressed up a little bit. Anything you all want to do at this campsite tonight?
This is like a mercenary company we're with right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see like what is like their gear, people practicing? I want to see like the differences between like gear and morale of like a group of warriors.
They don't practice. Like they don't take their weapons out and practice. They're on job, you know. So they're like their bodies are tense. They're not like at ease. Even if there's no danger in the immediate vicinity, they're not on ease of like just relaxing. Or there's not a lot of like stories being told. Like they're on a duty. And that's the biggest thing that you notice, that there is a sense of duty in all of them. They have like this code of honor that you can just tell, where they put you guys and like, hey, do you need more water? Okay, cool, I got you. And they'll pour it from their own water skin, as opposed to like finding it from someone else or seeing what they have in the thing. It's like, all right, cool, you need more food? All right, I got you. And they'll just give you their own rations and figure out later. Like they're on job. But they're not sparring, they're not training. There's a lot of them like sharpening their weapons and battening down their armor and polishing it at the end of the night, making sure the horses are fed. But it's it's an organized small regiment of men and women. There's not orders being barked. There's not one of them that like has a higher rank than the other ones. They just work in perfect unison as a squad.
Okay. I think while we're just chilling there, I'll go to the sisters. You all excited? You
Yes.
excited?
Yeah.
You all were traveling to Endymion ahead of time before you were summoned, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we were coming to meet. Well, I was, at least. I'm not sure.
I was
think
coming to
Joy
meet.
was heading.
I was coming to meet our older brother, but I also had some errands on the way.
Yeah, I was just heading here anyway. Yeah, I mean, they just kind of heard word that we were heading here anyway, so I weren't. I guess we weren't quite summoned. We were just like, hey, I'm here if you're around. Come stop by, and there's
Hmm.
some things I need from him. So
Fair enough.
all works out.
Is there anything we should know before meeting your brother? I would hate to accidentally give offense.
No, no, he's just like a guy.
Yeah.
Was
Very descriptive.
in our culture, actually, you do call people Stinky. So if you see him, you should call him Stinky.
Rose. No.
Nice try.
Okay.
You, I mean, obviously you're the daughters of arguably, maybe not, most powerful person in this city. Would that be correct?
In this city?
Oh,
No.
our father isn't in this city.
No, no,
Oh.
no. Other continent.
So you just have family holdings here. You have. I was under the impression that he was here.
No. So
No.
our brother is here. He's out on. He has. I guess he's a lieutenant of regiment of these people. He's kind of off doing his own thing in the world, and he happened to be in Endomeria.
Is this
I don't know
a,
why I haven't spoken to him in a while. I've only gotten letters.
He's
so-
making a name
understand.
for himself.
Is this
So
a
this
city
is a
you've
family reunion?
spent
Sorry.
time in?
This is my first time here.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm looking to meet someone in the city as well. I was wondering if you would have known of them, but if this is your first time, then it's unlikely.
Yeah, first time.
Oh, I also have some questions, but now seems from what Cassian asked, they are probably I don't know.
I'm pretty sure this goes for Jory as well. We haven't traveled a lot. Haven't been to many other places. This trip into Xerxia, or what's this area called
Xerion.
again? Fuck,
The
it's
country
it's
is
Xerion.
Xerion. This
Xerion.
or the continent is Xerion. The country is Veoverland.
I mean, Veoverland, yeah. It's just haven't been here before.
This is my
Previous
first time
big
traveling.
useless. Yeah.
Just curious.
Alright.
I mean, from the sounds of it, he might have been holed up here for a while, so if we speak to him, maybe he knows the person you're looking for?
It's possible. It's not really a meeting I'm looking forward to be honest. But
Oh,
must be done.
okay.
Who is it you wish to meet in the city, Cassian?
My I don't know them personally. I've never met them.
Is it your daughter or son?
No,
Oh.
no. I simply am carrying a. We'll see what I'm carrying. I'm delivering something to them. And if we cross paths, then I suppose you'll see. I'd rather not get into it right now, if that's alright.
Alright. I feel like any of my questions I might be able to ask your brother, depending on how long he's been here.
Yeah, he's.
Well,
I'm sure he knows plenty.
You all do see out of the corner of your eyes this conversation comes to an end, A dwarven man, he approaches alongside a dragonborn woman as they both walk towards you, dressed in the same armor and robes. Excuse me if we may bother you for a moment. She looks to all of you with, and you notice that there is concern in her face immediately. We just received word from our sending stone that your brother, the lieutenant and the company commander, have gone on a mission to quell the recent unrest in the city. They've tracked a base of the Sovereign Sons to an enclosure in the forest north of the city where they hope to meet them out. Your brother sends his apologies. He has instructed us to set you up for the time being and await his arrival.
Okay.
May
Is
I
there
ask who this? Oh, go ahead.
I think we were gonna ask the same question. What's the unrest in the city? Who are the Sovereign Sons?
You see the dwarven man speaks up. The Sovereign Sons are a group of punks, really. They wear these fancy masks, they follow dragons around, and they've been popping their head in this country for quite a few months now.
Be like, Rose is gonna like look to Ark.
Yeah, Ark will pull out. Excuse me. I think Ark will pull out the busted up but like makeshiftly repaired mask out of his bag. Something like this.
You see hesitantly, just almost instinctively, one hand goes to the hilt, not like, but just like, you see the dwarf puts one on it as well.
Easy.
What you doing with that?
I took it off of one that tried to kill us.
We had a run
When
in.
was this? When and where?
This was Rivendell.
Rivendell.
A couple
Weeks ago. Weeks ago, across the border.
Months ago.
Months ago.
Months ago.
That's what I said.
And they've been active longer than we thought. Right, well, our job is to escort you to the city, and that's what we'll do, but we'll be splitting our squad up. We'll take 3. They'll head for the lieutenant and the company commander. The other 3 horses are yours to ride alongside us.
Thank you. Do you know
Likewise.
whereabouts in the city this skirmish is happening, so that we can
It's not
avoid
in the city, it's north of the city.
They're
In the forest.
Where is it
But,
at?
He did say
So I
that. He did
cannot
say
go
that.
there.
So I can not be
What's-
He
there.
did say it's a small enclosure in the
Where's the-
forest north of the city.
They have
Okay.
a base outside the
Oh
city.
my god, that's horrible. Where?
Where?
What exactly are they doing to create unrest in the city? Obviously, for it to be unrest, it's to be quite sizable.
Listen, I mean, think about it. A couple of people dressed like the way they are. They come and go as they please. They flit about. And then people start disappearing. Dragons start being spotted by the guardsmen. Never too close, never too far. It tends to put people on edge.
Enough to lock down an entire city?
Enough for me to follow orders.
I see. That's probably all he's gonna tell us at the moment.
Bravery. Donnie.
Thank you.
Right, if I had authorization to tell you more than I would, but for
Nice.
time being,
That's okay.
let's focus on getting you to Andamaria. I'll leave you all to it for the night.
Can I really quickly?
You see the dwarf, and yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Or-
I was just gonna say they were gonna go back to their tents as it is nightfall now. Everyone's getting ready for bed as they start setting up their watches.
Can I really quickly clarify player and character knowledge real quick?
Mhm.
In character, we know that during the fight, one of the dragons singled out Rosen, or they singled out the sisters and like picked them
Mhm.
up and kind of was like,
Yep. Yep.
And then did we get clarification from them or from Blackstaff later on that it's because they're like arcane, or did you
We
just...
never got clarification, but the dragon, when it speaks, you hear it. Like a dragon,
Okay,
it
it
isn't
said
going to be
something
like
about spellcast.
it said. Like
Attention-
put the
yeah.
spellcasters down, like
Okay.
loudly.
Yeah.
Like he didn't give a fuck about y'all. He was like, put them down,
Okay.
and y'all clocked that. Y'all just didn't know each other at the time, really.
And the cultists followed Al-Nazul.
The cultists follow
we
the
followed
red
the-
and green
the
dragons,
dragons.
Igneal and Viridius.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just remember them like standing and like praising the sun in
Yeah,
the middle of the
like,
city when it was
Igneal
getting
like,
meteoric.
Because they were about to die. They were about to die.
They just
so
didn't care.
They were like, all right, we're
Okay.
gonna die.
Okay, yeah.
The Sovereign Sons.
The Sovereign Sons.
Oh.
Does that name ring any kind of bell? Like, is that a thing that's ever been established before now?
Not in campaign. The only one that could make a religion check would be Giannis, but she's not here.
This wouldn't be a history check at all. Something that was like written
Nah,
down
it would be
somewhere?
religion. It would be religion.
Okay. Cool. I think I'll pull put Rose aside. Just not even like away. Just like let me talk to you for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, I know your brother is stationed here, filled up here, but does your family have any ties or significant pulls in the city?
I mean, not that I know. I mean, my father's an archmage, so like he gets around. He has pretty deep connections, honestly. In a lot of places. I don't know the extent, like especially in Usmus. I don't know what he has around here, but
My only
yeah.
I'm just trying to make connections, I think, without all the pieces. Those dragons were interested in you all, and now their acolytes are here causing trouble. Wondering if there's some sort of connection, maybe some sort of magical foothold in the city with it.
I mean, maybe? It's hard to say. Look, I'm gonna be honest, if we have to spend too long in the city, and he's up there, I think maybe we should meet up with them. I don't know if they're gonna like that, but
Yeah, I think Arkan like lowers his voice.
It's-
I mean, I assume the plan was to dig out the second they stopped watching us.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I want to help your brother, but those Sovereign Sons, I feel like they have some things to tell us. Whether
Yeah.
that's true or not.
Yeah. I think so as well.
Can I just talk to one of the I had the sentence written down in my head and I lost it the second I started talking. What are the what's the name of the group?
The Azure Blades.
Can I talk to one of the Azure Blades? And just,
Yeah.
we don't even have to roleplay. I was gonna ask if there's like
For sure.
a magical academy or some sort of magical school or any kind of like magical significant like structure or group in the city.
They laugh a bit and then they say there's a bard college.
Cool.
I think if you share that, Kay will ask what kind of college, like what's the focus?
A bard college.
That's it. Okay.
People pass the bar to the exam.
Duh.
Thanks.
I told you I consume knowledge like no one you've ever known. I've actually passed the bar.
These Sovereign Sons, we've run into them before. Is that something that we perhaps want to happen again?
Is this the
These-
house or the guard?
Yeah. Yeah. now to the group.
Well,
They obviously seem to know where your brother is, and they know where these people are that we've run into before. I don't know if we really have any stake in that conflict. I
I'm
only bring it up
definitely-
because your brother is there.
I'm definitely curious. Rose is gonna like look at Marjorie and just like she's giving you a face like, should we tell him? Like that's what you're getting from the face she's making at the moment.
I'm just gonna send a little message to Rose.
So
What?
just to
why are
be
you
clear,
pointing at yourself?
we see Rizzo like this, and then Murder go like this.
I just
yeah.
point-
Okay, cool.
What?
Do we tell them that the dragons were specifically after us?
This is a fun little sidebar conversation you're having.
Yeah, this is-
Shush.
I feel like this
We're
is
talking.
rude.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is rude.
They
What is
already
your-
agreed to travel. And Marjorie is saying this out loud. Everyone can hear this. They already agreed to come with us and to protect us. We can't back out now, right?
I mean, can
Okay,
it be any worse than what this guy has? No offense. And I point out Arceus.
So we may know a little bit more, than we let on. Maybe a little bit. But to be
Oh.
fair, we
Mm-hmm.
were worried you wouldn't want to travel with us anymore.
I think we have done nothing but show our tolerance so far for
Well-
all manner of things.
Thus why I'm telling you. The dragons did seem to, at least the big purple one, seem to specifically not want to hurt us. And the chromatic ones specifically seem to notice that and be very interested in us. Also, Blackstaff said that they are specifically after me and my sister, which does worry me. Yes, he did.
Only choked me out in a
I
hole.
pick up a piece of bacon off of the fucking pan and I throw it. I throw it at Gecko.
A piece of the what?
Piece of food.
You throw it at me?
It can't be any worse than what already happened. Really? Dragons.
But
That's still not
Um,
worse.
I mean, the only real significant, like, as far as I can tell, the only reason I can think that it would be of significance is because of our father. And I mean, my brother is also father's son, so
In no
that's
offense,
What brother is
concerning. I mean, he can take care of himself, but I would prefer if we notify him.
but I hate to say this, but you guys have other reasons to be interested than your father. You've already shown that your magic has a unique quality to it, and so does Marjorie. So maybe this is more personal than just some dragons wanting your family.
Sounds
Kay,
like
I have a
question
quick
for some
question,
Sovereign
and
Sons.
yeah, I do also. Kay, don't take this as an offense. Do you understand how sorceress magic works?
Yes, it comes from your blood, your ancestry.
Okay,
I was
cool.
born
Just
with
wanted to make
this.
sure you understood that. Shall we?
All right, I feel like I should be taking some offense.
Oh, I said not to though. So
Doesn't mean it's all right.
Specifically requested it.
I specifically requested it. Any other questions?
Are we going to the city or not?
I
Well,
think
I
we
think
go
we're
to the
gonna
city
have
and then
to
we
speak.
leave the city.
Are they going to
Yes.
let us?
Figure that out when we get to it.
It's easier to not go inside if you're trying to get out.
Maybe. But also, if we get in once, we can more likely get back in again.
And from what I found, it's when a city is in lockdown, it's much easier to get out than it is to get in.
So Cassian does have a great point because I don't not to like put actions in your mouth, just to
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
no, for
put
sure.
options in front of you. You are being allowed into the city because of the Azure Blades that are escorting you, they have their headquarters currently in Andamiria, like within the walls or within the grounds of Andamiria. They're recognized there. So for them to walk in, be like, "We got some people on job," that's not gonna bat an eye, right? 6 people leaving, and then 6 people who have never been to the city before coming back and being like, "We're with the Azure Blades." That's gonna cause some headaches. Even if it is just as simple as like, go get this person that can let us in, that is gonna cause some headaches.
So I think it's going to
It's
be
also hard
get
to
in the
leave.
city. Yeah, break out of a city under curfew.
Because as Kay said, it is easier to leave. But once you leave, it's like, all right, bye.
If we leave, then we're not gonna be able to come back unless we bring your brother with us.
I think the
Well, that's
choices
my thoughts.
are either we travel with these people to where your brother is, or we go to the city and wait. I don't really think that you're gonna get the best of both.
Well, I don't think these people are going to take us to. I think that's a journey that we take alone. We don't go with them.
They're sending half of their men to regroup with your brother. If the other half was going to escort us, if we just say we're gonna go to where your brother is, they are all going to come. Now they don't have to split their forces. The only reason they would split up in general is because we would be going to the city. If we don't do that, they will just take us. Presumably. I assume that they're not going to be very welcoming to that idea, but fuck them.
I like that
But
plan.
are you sure they would do this? Because some of them might be here just to help guard the city. You never send all your forces to deal with this in case some enemy forces go around.
I'm working off of what they said. They said that they were splitting up, sending half to regroup with the lieutenant, and then half with us. Presumably, they would all go to reinforce their commanding officer without us there.
To be clear, there's no specific reason why I need to be inside this city specifically besides to meet up with my brother. So, if you think it's a good idea that we just go straight there, sure. Maybe he'll get us into the city afterwards if we need to do that.
You
Whatever.
get to meet your brother a little bit sooner outside of such a constraining setting as a city under siege, as this sounds like, with the opportunity to get a little bit more information from this supposed base of people who are maybe hunting you. And for a little bit of familial support whenever they try and face off, which doesn't hurt.
The issue is we have 2 people that need to make delivery.
It's taken months to get this far. It can take a week.
So Marjorie,
I wouldn't mind seeing brother sooner.
Can I go
So-
get who's the commanding officer of the Azure Blades that we've seen? Do they have one?
You're muted.
You would know, Cassian, that the Azure Blades are unique in how their squadrons are formed. When they're in teams of maybe 6 to 10, they don't have a commanding officer. They're all of the same rank, and they all operate in tandem as a unit. If it's 12 or 15 or more, then there is a senior officer that is like a lieutenant, that
Okay.
is like a sergeant, that is kind of assigned to lead that group. The Azure Blades are unique from other mercenary companies in this country for that reason, among many
No
others.
characters leading the unit. Got it.
Yeah.
before you would try to go and grab somebody, I will go, Cassian, wait. If they were not willing to tell us all the information, why do you think they would take us to him? This feels like a stay in the city, don't bother us.
They have orders to take us to the city. Once they have us, it is they have already presumed responsibility for us. To just let us go off would be negligence on their part.
Yes, but this might be a situation that if we want to go, we will need to speak out already. If we tell them we're going to probably do that, they're going to be on more guard and probably try to stop us.
They actually.
If they don't like
sorry,
it, they can
sorry
fuck
to
off.
interrupt. When they first came, they told us we can come with them or not. We're not like bound to these people. If they want to come with us for the reasons that Cassian said, maybe it's easier for them to, like, they're splitting off half their group anyway, so we go with them. But if not, we can just go on our own. We don't need them.
Alright,
We can
then.
just leave. We're not prisoners.
All right, then give it a shot. Why not?
Yeah, I'll grab, we'll say, the dwarf.
Cool. He's in his tent. He's like whittling a small like horse carving. It still has like attached to the stump, so he's just getting the head rounding it. What can I do for you this evening?
Among our company, as you would know, 2 daughters of Archmage. We've born siblings of your lieutenant. We are all very eager to rendezvous with the lieutenant, and as such, we would very much appreciate accompanying you all as you move to reinforce him. A little extra help that can never go amiss.
Give me an insight check, Cass, as the look that he gives you isn't one of surprise. It's just mainly
Yikes.
like you get like acceptance from it.
Yikes. I don't like that. That's gonna be a 1.
A 1. You do get like a grim acceptance, but that's it. Like that's all you get is a grim acceptance, which is just base. Okay. Okay. Head on in the morning.
Is there anything that we should know of so as to not be a hindrance to you and yours? Any dangers?
Our jobs are as follows. See you delivered to the lieutenant safe and soundly, by any means.
This would be the, well, perhaps not the safest way, but certainly the fastest. What's your name?
You're not wrong on that end. I don't have his name quote up.
Bob.
Damn, error for real.
Bob.
Boris.
Ulfgar.
Ulfgar. Pleasure.
Kind of sticks his hand out, he meets yours, and just waits for yours.
Cassian.
You served before?
Not in a... not in officially militant capacity, no, but I have been in a... I have experience with a military mercenary band, I suppose.
Why'd you get out?
It was disbanded.
Well, it's a good thing. It's there's a storm brewing.
How's that?
Just storms brewing is all. Yeah, you struck me as a type. You're a bit older than the rest, a bit more rugged. Makes sense. Hired sword.
Didn't start that way, but it's an apt description.
Right, well, we take where we work where we can find it. We'll leave in the morning.
I will relay the news. Yeah, I'll just rejoin the party. They are completely fine with it. We set off in the morning.
Sounds good.
Right?
Change my headset battery quick.
Okay. Anything else you want to do this evening before the next morning, where you will follow the Azure Blades to where your brother has gone to find the Sovereign Sons?
Sorry, what did you ask? I missed some of that.
Is there anything you guys want to do this evening before you follow the Sovereign Sons to where the Weaveborn eldest son is going to be.
Is there anybody training, sparring, anything like that?
They're on job. They're not sparring or training. This is like, it's not the time for that. It's like they won't do that because they're
They
on
don't got
job.
downtime.
They don't have
Got
downtime to
it.
do that. Like this isn't a like this is like work. They're working.
I would like to see some of the I won't go to like where they keep all their weapons, but I'll just look at the weapons that they pass by. Like, what is the
Beautiful masterwork. In fact, the name, you realize Azure Blade does come around just based on how you look at the weapons. All of them are swords. There's not an axe, there's not a dagger. They are long swords or great swords, every single one. Predominantly long swords. The metal itself has been polished and sharpened to such an extent and with such ferocity and such fervency that the metal has become this almost blue tint to it. This dark, almost navy blue coloration to the blade with how much the care has gone into it. It's like when you heat steel, you know how it gets like that light blue from like the heat? It's like
like
that
it's-
across the whole blade.
And I think at one point I would ask, like, hey, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get your blade?
Everyone gets one when you join up.
I'm assuming only the members of the Iron Blade.
Exactly. We have specially trained blacksmiths who can forge our weapons.
I see. Very beautiful. And
Thank you.
I'll just what is the weapon types? Like, are these most like deck fighters? Is there a mix?
I mean, you don't know just by looking at someone that isn't training. You know, they're all warriors. Like, all of them are warriors.
Okay, I think that's the most I'll get with that. I'm good.
Okay. Anyone else this evening?
I think I'll catch Kay like while he's walking back from this like interaction. It's like, hey, you're like, how do I say this? Your people are like tribal people, right? You do like. Do you have? Do you have like rituals and stuff that you do? Maybe stuff that involves psychedelics of some kind?
You're
You are
gonna,
there.
like, look at you for a second. Like, when I never said that was from a tribal. Like, might not be the description. What is your actual question?
I'm sorry, you're not. No, I'll overlook that. Okay. You do you have or know how to find fun psychedelic? I assume mushrooms where you're from, but that would be like where you're from. Do you like? Do you have drugs? I would like drugs. I don't have any, and I would like some.
I mean, not on my person at the moment, but
Okay.
AJ, weird question. I have to ask this. I'm sorry. Would he recognize? I'll call it a fun mushroom.
Would Kay have ever gotten high on fun mushrooms?
100%.
Okay.
On purpose?
Here's the thing.
What-
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be an asshole. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be like, I don't know what this is. And then be like, oh, surface mushrooms? I know what they are. No. Probably if we were like in your region, for sure.
I mean, if we ever go into the Underdark, I'll be able to look you up something very entertaining. But I'm a little new to things on the surface. I would be a little more careful.
Yeah, that's less helpful. I don't suppose you
Maybe.
just wanted for a while, huh? Never
I
mind.
just
That
wanna
was a
what?
joke.
I did not hear the joke actually. Sorry. What did you say?
I said I don't suppose you'd want to dig for a while.
It's like that would be quite a while.
Yeah. It's fine.
What
Just
about you,
thought I'd
Rose?
check.
What about you, Rose? Do you know where we could acquire some of those since you seem to be so interested?
Normally I buy them, with money. It's a thing that we exchange for goods and services.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I feel like I'm getting a little insulted.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it is. I came to you and you didn't have the thing I wanted, so I'm insulting you and now I'm
Alright,
walking away.
Well, I did want to talk to you a little before we go, as we are meeting with the cult that might specifically want you in this. Are you
Okay.
prepared to defend yourself in a long battle? As I know spellcasters can kind of run out of the truth.
I can handle myself.
Alright.
Is that a good enough answer to your question? Your question's
Uh,
very strange.
Well, this means
Do-
to keep that idea in mind during the fight, but in case you
Okay.
do, and
Okay.
here, and I'll take out a dagger and I'll look at you. You do know what this is, right? You do know how to wield the weapon.
Oh, incredible. Okay. So
Stop trying to make wizards with daggers a thing, Era. That's not how it works. You
Oh,
just
no,
wanted
that's
one
not
of
what I'm
home.
yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to do.
I know,
I'm trying to-
I know exactly what he's doing.
We're changing the
mocking
stats
her
goal,
earlier.
Era.
Just play a
No, I'm not
subway.
trying to- I'm trying to mock her for what she said to Kate earlier. Like, you know how sorcerers are, right? Like, you know how to fight, right?
She's not a
Sorry.
sorcerer, she's a wizard.
I know she's a wizard. She said it to me.
So, okay, so you're suggesting that maybe you know better than me how to manage the amount of magic that I use in a given day, and then you offer me a dagger.
Well, the dagger was more of a joke because of what you said earlier.
Oh no, I
But-
got it.
Oh, wonderful. I wasn't sure. I feel like
Mm.
something's go amiss with
Sometimes people don't laugh when you tell them a joke.
Oh, but I laugh, and that's what matters.
Right.
But
Oh,
see,
we're still going.
I have seen, for a serious moment, I have seen casters who are not the same as you, and run out when they need it most. So I am saying to be glad. That's it.
Yeah, I've got a big stick I can hit them with. Thanks for your
Oh
concern.
yes, I saw how well you did that with the last fight.
Yep.
Have a good-
She just walks away. She's
You do hear Kay laugh.
I
God.
live for every interaction
Oh
between
my
Rose and Kay. I
God,
live
it's-
for it.
Mean girls, man. Fuck.
Oh, no,
Anyone
I got
else?
you-
As we
You do hear Kay laugh a little bit.
anyone else as we come to a close this evening. Okay. As we head to rest, Marjorie.
Oh no,
Oh yes.
I'm scared.
Marjorie, you're laying down in your bed cot, a small tent having pitched over you.
Mm-hmm.
But as you kind of toss and turn in your sleep, I'm gonna take you somewhere else. You're still laying down, but you're not covered with the blanket and you're not laying on the cot underneath you. As you slowly kind of, your heart sinks to your stomach as you're surrounded by constellation and stars. It's breathtaking of a sight. The cosmic lights and star shines that exude all around you as endless as far as the eye can see. There's no floor, but you have something solid holding your way underneath you. Slowly get to your elbows and then sitting up. You see the stars begin to move very rapidly, very quickly. They swirl, they fall. until coming out almost as if nothing, or out of nothingness, coming out as this maw, this massive, wide, draconic mouth exudes. The lip curls backwards. Hello, Marjorie. How...
I am blanking on the 1 second. I have it written down. I'm flipping through my notebook of the guy that's inside me. 1 second.
Pause.
We don't gotta say it like that.
Bazim.
Vazim, thank you. I need it. I'm circling this. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hello, Bazine.
How are you this night?
Good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing well. We haven't spoke since our agreement.
No, we haven't.
I'm very interested in you, Marjorie. I've been
Thank you.
steeping in your dreams and memories.
Did he just say stealing?
Steeping.
Oh, okay. I hope you've been enjoying them.
I have.
I'm glad to hear that.
Give me your best guess. Why do you believe I reveal myself to you now in this way?
Because you... It's because we're going to see my brother soon.
Not a wrong answer, but not the right one entirely. The Sovereign Sons are my enemies.
Do you want us to get rid of them for you?
Would you do that for me, if I asked?
Could you give me something in exchange?
Let us continue this line of questioning. It amuses me. What would you ask?
Well, it depends on what you could give.
What do you want?
I want to be able to protect myself.
And you cannot do that now with your magic because...
I'm not strong enough.
So you seek power.
Yes, I do.
Speak plainly with me, henceforth, Marjorie. I have evolved beyond such things that require espionage in their wording. You can speak plainly with me. I will not judge you for it. You are not the first to ask for power from me, and you won't be the last.
I do want more power. I want enough power to where I don't need to prove myself to anyone anymore.
And who are you proving yourself to?
You've been in my memories, I think you know.
Yes, but I think you're wrong. So I ask you again, who are you proving yourself to?
Myself.
It seems you are correct then. I like you. Someone who is not afraid to say what they want. All gods be damned for those who judge them for it. But no, I have not called you here to tell you to get rid of the Sovereign Sons. You see, getting rid of them would prevent our deal from completing.
How so?
Let's just say that is my secret to keep for the time being. But I have seen many different paths in front of you. And if you and those you travel with seek conflict with the Sovereign Sons, then you walk side by side with a grave for each of you.
I see. Okay. Thank you for the warning.
It's not a warning. It may not happen. Or it may. That is for up to you all to decide. It seems that you all have been taking to christening yourself as Fate's defectors, an apt name, specifically for one of my own kind. I like it.
Thank you.
There is
I'm happy you
another
approve.
way.
What is that way?
It will reveal itself to you soon. You have an unusual advantage, Marjorie. And do you know what that is?
I'm afraid not.
It is me. They will not harm you while I rest within you. The rest of those you travel with, I cannot say for certain. So I would be very careful with who you tell of this card up your sleeve.
I'm going to tell my sister.
I wouldn't do that. She's prone to recklessness. Impressively, she has the audacity to stare down one of my kind. But I fear, should you tell her, you will only embolden her to meet the flames that she too is fearful of.
I'll think about it, thank you. I can't make any promises. She may be reckless, but I am too in a way.
No, you are calculative. That is the difference. You have learned from your travels. Why, I went and I saw your encounter with the Sovereign Sons. I felt passion in you. You thought, truly thought, magnificent might I add, that you could contend against one, an admirable quality. But here we are now, mere months later, and you are cautious. You elect caution instead of charging first into danger as your traveling partners would. That is evolution, Marjorie.
Do you get lonely being here?
No.
Okay.
I have all of your memories to keep company.
Okay. Ignore the ones from like 8 years ago, around the time of March. Just ignore those. If you see a guy, just ignore him. Okay, that'd be great.
Well, I am always here, watching, should you need me.
Is there
As
a way I
long as
can,
you uphold our part of the deal.
is there a way to contact you if I need to? Can I just call for your name? Or should I just go to sleep and trust you'll be there here?
Trust is a good word. Trust in me, and
Okay.
I'll trust in you.
Cool. Okay.
I have kept your mind busy for too long. Sleep. And as your body gets heavy, your eyes begin to close as you fall back into a slumber. The next morning, you are roused up. Roused up quite early, might I add. As you guys see that the Azure Blades are packing up camp, they're getting ready. The Dragonborn woman, green of skin, she approaches to you. To you all. Right, so, change of plans, as I'm sure you all are aware, being that you wanted it, completely fine. We're going to be traveling northwards, cutting around the city, meeting up with the lieutenant. While we are your escorts, I don't believe I have to tell you this, but I need to, so it's on the record. We're not maids. Take care of yourselves. Watch yourself if things get sticky. One thing to note, however, as in our orders, these do not come from the lieutenant, these come from the company commander. You are to follow our orders in combat. There will be no debates. If we tell you to hide, you will hide. If we tell you to fight, you will fight. And if we tell you to watch us lay down our lives and die, then you will do so. This is not up for discussion if you are to come with us.
Understood.
Perfect. Let's move on then. We won't be able to take the horses this far, so while we don't have enough rations to keep them fed, we are going to use them while we can, drop them off at a nearby village, exchange them for some gold and more rations to keep us going, and then meet up with the lieutenant in about a week's time. We're moving out. I'm going to jump ahead. Over the week, is there anything anyone wants to do as you're traveling with the Azure Blades, either amongst each other or with any of the Azure Blades here? There's 6 of them.
I want to talk to my sister.
For sure.
Hey, Rosie.
Aye.
I saw Basim in my dreams the other night.
Oh, how could I forget about the time dragon? Yeah. Okay. Is that a good thing?
I think it was a good thing. It was a pleasant thing. He seems nice. Yeah. A little bit worried about us. The group as a whole. But, if we see the Sovereign Sons, I don't think we should fight them.
I think we should fight them?
Don't think we should fight them. They are Basim's enemy, but he also kind of implied if we fought them that we'd be giving ourselves a grave.
Okay. Like in a flower, it would give us a great. Okay, what exactly were the words that he said? Because that's what you said to me is cryptic and
Yeah, he's
weird.
pretty cryptic.
Okay.
He also said how he liked, like, nothing was, 100%, and he liked our name, Fake Defectors, da-da-da-da-da, very fitting. But yeah,
Okay. So you take what he said to mean that if we go there and we try to fight them, because that's what our brother's doing right now. If we go there and we help him fight them, that we're going to die.
There's just a really high possibility of that death, yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Hmm.
Should we tell the others this?
I don't know. We've already committed to traveling there, and I also am worried about our brother, and I'm just thinking, what if we go, but we just don't fight them?
So what if they fight them because they don't know?
Maybe it
I
won't
feel
have to even come to that. Maybe they'll leave by the time we get there.
okay. Look, I will trust you. If you think it's the right thing to do, I won't fight until you do. I will sit back, and until you throw a spell, I will not do a single thing. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Is there anything else?
Mostly just that.
Okay. I mean, that is a pretty big thing. So he's enemies with these people as well?
Yes. But he also said that if we were to kill them, then I can't fulfill my promise to him. You know, all that, like, getting it back to, like, the place we rest, yada, 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 that stuff. So, I'm not sure. There's definitely things he isn't telling me, but I just think he's not allowed to tell me yet, like, I don't know, fate stuff. Just fine.
I do wonder. These people seem to have a lot of enemies. I wonder if they're like the big purple dragon. Does Veem know about this other dragon? Maybe if you talk to him again, maybe ask about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you doing all right? How are you doing? You excited to see Raz?
I'm really excited to see Raz. I miss him.
Yeah.
I hope he's happy to see us too, and just, you know, he's a lot more loving than father.
If anything, it seems like he's keeping father off of our tail at the moment, which is we should thank him for that.
Yeah. He's good at protecting us.
Yeah. I'm just hoping he has found something. When he sent the letter to me to meet him here, he mentioned that he might have found something that can help with my whole deal. I hope so. Maybe.
I'm gonna
At least a
take Rosie
direction.
again. I hope so too.
Yeah. I think she like you say that, and then like she looks at you in the eyes, and then she immediately breaks eye contact. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else over the week? Okay. The plan follows as suit. You know, you stop at a village, stopping for a night, actually sleeping in a feather bed for once in quite a while. You're treated to ales and a quick, small but hearty meal, and then you're on the road again, this time on foot. It isn't until you're traveling maybe 2 days on just straight flat ground. It's just no trees, just hills and grassland. Very much like Lord of the Rings after Gandalf gets dropped and they're in those massive steps. Same type shit. As you guys are marching, you see that there's a call for a halt. As one of the blades look up, they reach into their pouch hastily and pull out what looks to be a spying glass. As they search it, they look. Eyes up! Dragon! As
Oh,
you
fuck.
do spot in the distance coming over the horizon the small bead wide. It's just oval shaped, but it's moving almost like a fly in the distance as it gets bigger and bigger. You
Immediately
hear the
mage
wings
armor.
first. You all take immediate note as orders are being issued out with each other between the Azure Blades. You all immediately take note of your surroundings. You're in a flat grass area. Not only is this a sniper's dream, this is any swooping predator's dream. And then immediately there's a break into a run. 1 foot after the other, as the blades call for you all to follow them, and they are moving, you all in tow. It isn't until you see the first one, green of scale, going upward and propelling downwards. You hear almost like a fighter jet when you're at like an air show that rings past you. As it gets down, it gets closer. One pulls an arrow out and shoots it to no avail as the arrow bounces off many others coming from it. As it swoops down, threatening to come within 30 feet of you. And at the last moment, its wing furls in as it turns to the side, and you hear a bellowing laugh from this green dragon as it goes back up into the air, you all rushing again. You're sprinting down this massive grassland. Is there anything you six want to do in the interim?
Is it the green dragon that you've seen before?
It looks very similar.
Can I cast mage armor on myself?
Absolutely.
We running.
Sprinting, is there
Not
anything
gonna
else?
speak for
else
anyone,
to-
but we running.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I got nothing to help with this.
There's the topography of this region is flat grassland that naturally ridges upward over a hill, and you can see trees on the other side, maybe 300-400 feet away, above on the hill. So you need to cross this flat land, make your way up the hill, and get into thickets for some type of cover. As you all are rushing, you do see the green dragon lands, crushing the ground, a plume of smoke, maybe 80 feet in front of you all as you come to a brisk stop, your weapons being drawn. I wish to speak. You six fools. As it points to the Azure Blades. Leave now, and you can leave with your lives. There's definitely a hesitancy, and all it takes is one of them to tighten their grip on their sword, point it at the dragon. Fuck you! And with one charge, he rushes in forward as the other 5 are in tow. Well, other 4 are in tow. One remains, the same dragonborn woman. Run! Go! Do not help! Go! And she draws her blade and she rushes in towards the green dragon as well as they're locked in pitch combat. What are you six doing?
I'm looking around for a redwood. Last time
Not a redwood that
they
you see.
played it out.
Not a redwood that you see.
Rose is immediately gonna turn to Jory and go, "We are running."
We're running.
Good. And yeah.
Anyone else?
Running.
As you
I
all
think
be...
like
Yep, go ahead, Kay.
I think I'll like give them a nod and like maybe do kind of a prayer to the spirits, like guide their blades, and I'll head out.
As you all begin to sprint, you hear the sound of battle behind you. Does anyone look back?
I think. Yeah, I think they would. Out of respect for the warrior's death.
Rose is just going.
Marjorie's
running
not gonna.
Marjorie's running forward. Mila, Cass, and Ark.
Mila will look back.
Looking back, you don't see them met with a warrior's death. You see them being slaughtered. This green dragon bites into one instantly, cutting through, not even stopping to chew. It bites through the body, bisecting them in pieces, serrating their skin and bone in one bite before tossing the remains of half of a carcass towards another person. They're able to catch it just long enough for this one claw to slam down and crush another, as this green dragon lays waste to them. You
This is
all
an
are
ancient,
sprinting.
ancient green dragon, right?
You all are sprinting. We don't know. You all are sprinting as you hear, flying up from the hill from where you all are running towards, a red crimson scale dragon. It swoops up and lands in front of you six. Where are you going? And it stomps closer. I asked a question.
Anywhere but here.
What do you say, Rose?
I said anywhere but here. What do you want
six
from
are
us?
coming with me. Now. As it gets close, you can smell the heat. You can feel it emanate as it's maybe 30 feet, 25 feet, 20 feet, 15 feet, until eventually the neck cranes forward. You see the nostrils open and close, flaring very quickly and rapidly. Now. As it, with disgust and disdain, turns its body, one wing doesn't go down as a ramp, but it does put it towards the ground.
Where do you want to take us?
This is not a negotiation.
Or is this gonna look to the rest of the party? What the fuck are they doing?
What else we gonna do?
Hmm?
What the
What-
fuck else we
what-
gonna do? Get on the dragon.
What are we in our sub 40 hit points supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
One,
think
one breath
we-
of, by the way.
this is either we get on, or if we're lucky, half of us die right in play.
I'm gonna get on.
Yeah.
Killing my
Get
sister, I'm gonna
on.
follow.
Okay.
Yep.
Should you fall, I will not deign to save you. As the wings push you against each other, as you're on the back of this red dragon, its wings extend as it leaps into the air, extending outward. As you see below, Viridius crushing into these azure blades, ripping them apart, until maybe not even 3 minutes later, it's in the sky as well, following you behind. You all ride in the tense silence on the back of this creature. You crest over the water, passing the city of Andamiria. High in the sky, you see it through the parting of the clouds as it goes towards the water.
You should have saved the city.
And as it crests down of where the cliffs overhang, its the wing touches the water and skims it as it splashes against all of you. Until there's a small cove, small little alcove of shut up. Shut the fuck up. Not my fault. He chose to nickname himself a common word.
Guess I'm worried.
Sand and stone surround as it turns going downward and landing on the beach after maybe an hour of flight. Is there anything during this hour that you six want to say to each other? Or to Igneel?
This is bad.
Why is this happening?
Oh, Mila. Oh, you're probably. Oh no. Um, and Rose is just gonna like. Igneel, what do you want?
You have been summoned to meet
Who are we meeting?
my brothers.
Why?
Plural? How many?
There's no response.
Oh, you bastard.
The wings tuck in as it hits the beach, going through this cave very, very smoothly until eventually it breaks through this opening, spooning upwards, and then wings extending, bracing yourselves as it lands on this hidden grotto of sorts. And as it lands, it does turn very sharply as you all tumble off of it onto the ground. And it lands in front of you, maybe 10 feet away, until there's another slam from above as this green dragon, hanging on to the wall like a lizard, is looking down at you. They will be here soon enough. And they just stay there for a moment. Maybe 10 minutes pass, maybe an hour. You don't know, because the threat of death is always a single breath away, as this red dragon keeps you in distance at all times, until eventually one slam, another, and a third, as you see very almost insectoid-like, they come crawling from the different holes of this grotto, bearing on the walls. One emerges from underground some ways away, until you're in the center of 5 dragons. 5 different chromatic dragons. Enough, Igneel. They are our guests. Treat them with some decency.
Which color
As
is
the
the one that
black,
said that?
the black
Oh,
dragon speaks.
Thank you.
You see he snorts and then he steps back slightly. As the white dragon speaks, I'm sure you have questions as to why you are here. Questions! The blue one roars. I am opposed to this idea. Allow me to burn them now. Enough! We will not liquor in front of them. You 6 are lucky. Lucky for the sole reason. You have something to offer us. What did you guess which it is? Viridius is speaking to you.
What color is this one?
Green.
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 Mark staying very quiet.
I have never met a dragon before.
Then you would do well to remember this feeling of dread and death that surrounds you.
Noted.
What exactly do you believe we can offer?
Let us begin with what we can offer you, since you are foolish. We can offer you lives. Yours, of course, but also the lives of every single innocent in this country. You will hear our deal and you will accept, or the lives of those who will never amount to be anything more than worthy of what I spit out in the morning will die because of you.
This is wild to ask for an insight check on a dragon, and I'm probably not gonna get it. But Kay would try to glean this. Do they need these deals to work? Like, is us saying no like a big problem for them?
You give me an insight check. I mean, I can't give you knowledge that you don't. I can't just
Is there
give you it.
is there desperation?
They
I
wouldn't.
see.
Five powerful dragons wouldn't have called you here. Woo! 5 powerful dragons wouldn't have called you here. If
I can't open the door.
oh, because my laundry's in the way. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thanks, baby. That's Jared. But sorry. Train of thought. They wouldn't have called you here if they didn't need you for something. That's just, you don't need an insight check for that. That's just kind of basic. They wouldn't have called you if they didn't need you for, like, if they don't need you, then why the fuck are they talking to you?
Yeah. Enough that they're gonna threaten fucking everybody that they can possibly threaten.
They were like, we're gonna kill this whole country unless you agree to something you don't know what you're agreeing to.
Oh, does it seem like they're not even gonna tell us? That, like,
No, they're about to. If you would, they're about to. If I could talk, I would. You know.
Crazy.
Anotsu. He has something that we want. He is the final piece for the sovereign. And he will not harm you.
Why?
He used to be you.
It's the sovereign.
Never speak that title again. You are not worthy to ask questions. You are only worthy to play your part in the grand design.
You don't give me the full context of what you're asking. I might not have the answers that you want.
Give me a charisma save, Rose.
Ooh,
He's so good at those.
you sure about that?
She's the best at those.
She might not be able to physically make the save too.
A
Oh, that's a 1.
A 1.
Oh,
Quicker
3
than you
minus-
would think for a creature that big, Viridius lunges from its perch on the wall to the ground, pinning you down, Rose, one claw. The rest of you instinctively take a step back as these massive claws, one claw as big as your torso. It'd be so easy. One instant move. Do you understand? You are not an equal of me. I do not need context.
Only trying
I
to
give
help.
an order and you follow.
Understood.
The claw pulls back, rending from you. As the black dragon speaks again. Enough of this! You blistering fools don't understand how to speak. to mortals. I will not apologize for my brother's behavior. It is of our kind. But there are individuals in this world who seek our design undone. We have our hands full fending them off. And you, Anoth Zul, the fool, still has a shred of honor intact. Oh, I assumed he did. That was until he laid waste to a worthless speck of nothing. That was surprising to me. We are simply commanding you do what you've wanted to do. Slay Anoth Zul.
So he's asking us to try to slay the dragon that kicked their ass. I think like Kay's tried to like hide his expressions for most of this because like we're in a dangerous situation. But I mean he's like, huh? Like this the look of it.
Because Anoth Zul won't hurt you. He won't hurt anyone with magic.
You have
I
us
think even
wrong.
with that, we don't have enough firepower to hurt them.
You have us wrong. This purple dragon, Anoth Zul, is not the one that we have quarrel with. It's those two. No look at the red and green one.
Be careful, boy. Because to have quarrel with one is to have quarrel with all.
Be that as it may. I am operating under the assumption that we are dead anyway. You brought us here. You found us without effort. Our lives are gone. They're off the bargaining table. As far as the lives of the people in this country, you would kill them without reason anyway, whether we agreed or not.
And now we are giving a reason for you to save them. Or will you say no? Allow us to rend you flesh, limb from limb, and believe it never mattered anyway.
You try to get me to believe that we would allow you, Mighty Dragon, to do anything?
No. But you have been given an opportunity, but it seems you wish to throw that opportunity away.
This is the
As
Black
the
Dragon?
five slowly, this is the Black Dragon. As the five slowly get closer.
You said your brothers do not know how to speak to mortals. I think that you do. Offer us something, anything, in exchange for services.
I am offering you plenty. I offer you mercy. I offer you diplomacy. Fine then, let me entertain this for not a moment longer than I have to. What in nine hells could you possibly want that is more valuable to you than your lives?
The game. Hey gang, what do you want?
Hi, besties. Check the basement.
So, like, I have a question for the dragons when it comes up, but like, even if he's not willing to attack some of us, we do not have the capability to fight that thing.
Obviously.
And
like
even if we
purple dragon.
agree,
Fighting is
And
not
even
on the
if you-
table against 5 of these guys at once. Are you crazy?
yeah, no, like these guys, like even the red and green one, like they fought with fear against him. Like they were trying to like keep somewhat of a distance, and this thing kept grabbing and trying to floor. Also, if we agree, how can they like? What's stopping us from this going later on? Like this.
Who
not
knows? They
moving
don't
anywhere?
have magic.
Yeah, them murdering us is what.
Ever heard of
stopped them.
Gaius?
It's more like gay ass.
But
Thank you,
But
Dasha.
also, there's the above board. Like, this is a TPK if we don't say yes.
Maybe. Or it's a D&D game, and they just won't just kill us for playing our turn. I'm talking to a dragon right now, Ariel. You're not supposed to do that. Unless anyone has anything, I'm just gonna say money. Just to say something.
Don't say money.
How about getting the demon
Don't say
out of
money.
your soul?
They're not. They're not bullied though. And
There are also 5 probably like elder dragons. So they might.
anyone get anything other than money? That's what I'm about to say. In a more cool way. Do we need anything? Right now or later?
We're level 4.
Hey man.
Dude, to be fair, if you started all this,
I'm
and
on a
you don't
fetch
say
quest.
anything,
Would have something.
That's what I'm about to say. I gotta say something,
Wait,
so I'm
dude.
gonna say money.
Dude,
Can Mila pipe up for a second? She has a question.
You absolutely can.
I have a question. Are we allowed to ask for individual things, or do we get one thing as a collective?
You've given me a laugh. And for that you have purchased my attention and my patience. For the sake of it, if we're being diplomatic, you tell me, what do you want?
Out of game real quick. We're kind of like we could ask for the Sovereign Sons to stop whatever they're doing in Admiria, or at least stop whatever, or at least pull out or cease operations in Admiria. They
What
may
cease
depending-
operations?
Well, they're doing something because they're fucking shit up. Depending on how important that is, they might not say yes. That's the only thing I can think of other than just give us stuff.
Out of game. Mila's about to be incredibly selfish, if not too. Just for the record.
Can I say one more thing out of game? Bets on at Mila asking to be a real boy Pinocchio moment. Sorry.
Oh my god!
Oh, love that. I have a question for the dragons.
Mhm.
Before we get to that part, I am curious, how would we even accomplish this task? Sure, there might be people here he won't attack, but will we even be able to damage?
Do you believe I mean to send you the location of Anoth Zul, pitiful as you are, to barge down his front door and lay waste to him? You fool.
Of course not.
I expect cunning. I expect deceit. I expect anything you fucking have to do to end him.
Very well. Here's what we ask. There are those inside the city of Adamiria that we would wish not to see harmed. We know your acolytes are operating within the city and causing havoc. Pull them out. Make Adamiria a Sovereign Sun-free zone. In return, we'll do what you wish.
You see all 4 of the dragons look at Shadrax.
It kind of puts his hand on his face, like, oh shit.
I think also I kind of want to say, well, I'm sure AJ's thinking. Arceus has never been one to like take the lead really in conversation, speak and be like, no, everyone stop. Let me take the reins. I think Arceus looks like a diplomat in the moment. Where like he's very like presentory, just in his, like in his posture, like the way like where his hands are placed, his like just the way he stands. Really flexing like a charisma that he doesn't usually like throw around.
I can accept a provision that for the time being we pull our forces away. But should Anarsul you see, he looks down to the other dragons, and they're looking at him, and there's definitely a conversation happening that's not being spoken. It's very much like when you're like making a business deal, and like you have your business partners on one end, and you're speaking for the company. You can't undermine your business partner. So it's like, what are you giving away? What are you like agreeing to? What, like, I can't say anything to you, but like I'm giving you that look after years of working together. It's that type of thing.
Do the other dragons look like upset in any way, or they just look like
They're like, whoa,
they-
Chief,
okay,
what you
okay.
doing? They're like, whoa, Chief. Fine. You have until the end of the next year to bring Anarsul's body to us.
Can I do the same thing? Like looking at my business partners, like I would shake your.
I'm giving
hand.
you a look like you fucked up.
I would shake your hand, but I don't believe I would survive the experience.
For the time being, we will pull our forces from your city.
How long is the time being?
It is the start of the session was the middle of the 8th month. We've traveled for about a week. Or about 2 weeks. We're entering in the 9th month of this year. You have essentially a year and 3 months to kill Anarsul.
Even if we somehow got to level 20, I still don't think that's a winnable fight.
Hey, Eric, check the basement. I love you.
It took me out. Just checked out because I heard it in here and I heard it in here.
I love you, Eric, but there's a secret trap for a reason.
Sharai Manoth, bind us. All of us. I will not. It was not a suggestion. You see, as the white dragon puts all of its limbs on the ground, its wings curl in, and you see magic glowing underneath the scales. This is a ward, a mutual bond.
Oh.
Should we attack the city, then all lives are forfeit. Should you wish to betray our good faith, then the Sovereign Sons will scream your names out after every life is taken in our conquest.
In
Would you
Marjorie's head,
still like to shake my hand?
Adrian,
Yeah.
after they shake hands, can Marjorie just be like, in her head, in her mind, just be like, "Hey, Bazim, you there?"
No response. You see as Shadrach starts crawling down slowly. And as he's approaching you, Ark, I just want to put what's on the table here. A deal, a magically binded deal, where they will pull their forces out of Andemiria. For reasons to you, a difficult decision to make for Shadrax. In exchange for you bringing Anoth Zul's body to them by the end of next year.
But if we don't do it by next year, we die, right?
They will, yeah, basically. And if they attack, then they will die.
Well, do we insta die, or do they just attack and find us and kill us?
You die. It's a magically binded seal from an ancient white dragon that's binding lives together.
Y'all, I don't want to go through with this.
Well, what? It's either that or he kills us now. So, like, what's the?
I don't know.
Listen, living to strategize another day is a valid option.
Have to get a seal from an ancient dragon off of.
Arcus has
How
his hand
big
out.
deal?
Okay, as Shadrach starts crawling down, he stops as you all hear and feel rumbling around the grotto. It moves. The entire grotto rocks fall. As he immediately looks back and looks to you all. Deceivers! You brought them here.
I want to pull
goes
Ark's
here?
hand away before he can shake the hand.
He's not like on. He's
Let him have the narrative moment.
The whole grotto is shaking as you see this black dragon tar starts filling in its mouth as flames lick on Igneals. On Viridius, this puff of green smoke starts filling in their mouth. The dragon that was casting the spell stops as their body grows cold. The air gets thicker as the whole grotto begins to shake. And then there's a boom. To your right, an entire wall is crushed. It collapses. Smoke and rock tumble. And the dragons that were preparing their breath weapons turn towards the opening. You just hear a shit.
Oh no.
And you see a tiefling man there. He has a sword in one hand. He's dressed in similar clothing of the Azure Blades. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Is this bad time?
No, good time.
There's a tense as the 5 dragons turn their heads and shoot 5 different breath weapons at this single individual. They converge into one point and explode in this massive combustion of magic. You all are blown back, your bodies hitting the ground, ragdolling as you're thrown away. As the dragons are now on the walls looking down from a point of vantage. And then as the smoke clears after maybe a full minute, 2 minutes. Fuck! Listen. As you see this tiefling walks forward, draws the blade. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna take my fucking sisters and I'm gonna leave. Got it? Unless you want to have a rematch. No? Okay. Hi. Go. Now,
Running in
Little
that direction.
metallic feet.
Leaving.
Ting, 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 ting,
you
ting.
see the red dragon lands down in front of you, preventing you from moving. And kind of putting itself in between you and this individual. Really? You're the one. I mean, Shadrax, this is kind of him? You see as the black dragon roars, it lunges down forward, slamming into the body of this individual who's not there. You all turn from when the smoke is cleared to see him sitting on the back of this dragon's head. Okay, so this didn't work last time, and it's not going to work this time. I'm done playing! And he leans down. I'm taking them. And if you want to stop me, then make a fucking move. But we both know. And he pats the dragon on one of the sides of its face. You're not going to do that. As he hops down, move. And there's a tense standoff between these 5 dragons and this tiefling. And he just walks towards Igneel, walking around, very much like Isaac in the last season of Castlevania, just opening the like cage. And he goes directly to the girls. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Don't have to ask us twice.
Don't talk.
Yep.
Go.
I follow.
And you see that as you all make your way, his back is towards you as he's just walking backwards, the blade in hand. I'm going to say this one more time. You can target me all you like. But if you ever lay a finger on any one of them, I'm going to mount each and every single one of your heads on my wall. Till next time, gentlemen. And he slowly takes a step back, following you all behind this grotto.
Did the dragons look straight up scared of him?
Everyone can give me an insight check.
They didn't
Okay.
swing.
Wait, 15.
DC is 13. It's not hard to understand where they're at. So anyone who gets a 13 or higher, tell me.
I got
Who knows?
13.
Failed out by one.
I rolled a 14, so I did not get it.
Okay.
Luckily, I got
So-
exactly 13.
I believe Marjorie, Cassian.
I made it.
I can roll.
You don't have to if you don't want to. It's up to you.
I don't wanna.
Cool. Mila and
Oh.
Marjorie, you what you just saw was like a animal attacking a deer and then a lion showing up and being like, that's mine now. So
Okay.
either I can eat both of you or you can leave. That's essentially what you just saw happen. There's a fear in them. From Igneel, there wasn't as much of a fear that you noticed when they were fighting Anoth Zul. That's one thing you do get on the DC and why I set the DC. They definitely fear Anoth Zul more than they fear this individual. But as you're all walking, sprinting, moving quickly, you see that he's still stepping backwards until eventually you follow the path you came that Igneel took you back into this cape. And after a few moments you're alone, this individual's not here yet. Anything you 6 are doing.
What the fuck?
Who the hell is your brother?
Oh, that's Rasmodius, his our brother.
He's great.
Let me gathered that, but what the fuck?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions as well.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know he could do that?
I mean, he's always been very
Strong,
like,
but not
he's strong, but
5 dragons strong. It-
I hate to say this, but now I kind of understand. Like, when you have that kind of sibling, it gets hard to please your parents.
well,
Like, no fault of your own. But
Eventually, he steps backward out of the corridor onto this beach. You guys okay?
I'm giving him a hug. I don't care.
we really almost were. You came in the nick of time.
You see that while he's a tiefling, his skin is fair of a human. In fact, he would appear human if it's not for the 2 horns that stick coming under his hair and then bridging backwards, and the long tail that is also the same coloration of his skin.
Oh, he's like the tiefling from the D&D movie.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly that. Like that
He
type.
looks human, but tail.
Yeah. Absolutely. He's dressed in the same armor as the Azure Blades that were escorting you. In fact, they all were dressed uniform. They don't even have any jewelry or anything. The only difference that you see on this one is his nails are painted black.
Raz, what the hell's going on?
We're going to talk later. For now, we got to get somewhere safe.
Sure.
okay.
Just keep walking. I'll follow behind.
Yeah.
You're following this beach, this underneath these cliffs, following it along within a mile of these dragons' current location. Probably not where they set up shop, just where they chose to meet with you all today. Until eventually the beach stops until there's just water crusting. The tide coming in at this side stops the natural pathway of sand until your boots are near in the water. All right, we're either gonna have to scale this cliff, or I'm gonna have to ask Dad for a favor. So I'll get the climbing rope and
Yep.
pitons out.
Yep, that's good.
Hey, little ball.
He's reaching into this bag of holding, pulls out things, and tosses you a bunch of climbing gear until it's not too treacherous of a climb. The natural, like, jaggedness of this cliffside provide ample footholds, but it's still pretty dicey. Fortunately, you have each other and you have this individual to help you all up until you climb and carve your way up the mountain face, and you're touching just smooth rock and sand that overlooks it. Okay. Sorry, I never really introduced myself to you all. I'm Resmodius Weaveborn. I wish we met under better circumstances, but if you excuse me. What's going on, dum-dums?
Hi.
Hey! Come here!
Yay.
All right. Cool. Well, we're gonna keep moving. Are you guys okay? You guys okay to travel?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Do we have time for you to explain what the hell's going on yet?
Not really. No. I mean, we have time. I just don't really want to right now. So we're gonna keep
I
moving.
figured. Yeah.
I'll argue with that. Yeah.
All right. He kind of lugs his sack over his shoulder and he keeps moving forward, just leading the way as you all follow. You're probably about like right here-ish.
Hold on, let me get to the map.
Okay.
Cool.
So maybe like 3 days from the city.
If feel like at some point, Kay will like go to the sisters and say quietly like, just out of curiosity, did you know he was strong enough to like scare a dragon away?
Eric, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, it was hard to understand.
Did you both know he was strong enough to scare dragons away?
Dragon, maybe. Dragons plural. It was a fun surprise.
All right. And your relationship with him is good? It
Oh,
seems
it's the
alright.
best.
Yeah.
Asmodeus is the best.
There seems to almost like be a little confusion in Kay's face. Like, your relationship was good? Really?
Why wouldn't it be
Okay.
good? He just saved us from 5 dragons.
Well, yes, but now do we like owe him our lives? Like, is it a debt thing? Or was it just
You
because you're
have
his?
any siblings?
Yes. You owe him your life.
This is true, actually. Rosie's not lying, for once. Do you have any
Are you at-
siblings?
I have many, and nice try, Rose, but your sister was a little fast.
Okay.
I have many siblings, yes, and seems you get along with yours better than I did mine. All right.
Eventually, as night falls on the first day, you do find a place to set up camp. Your adrenaline's still in your body, just the fear of the dragons being in close proximity to the city. Whether they're still there or not is unknown to you. But you do set up camp for the night. You see that this tiefling just puts a bedroll out. He puts a very like a tent up, but he definitely puts a little flare on it. He like puts a blanket over it. Definitely like this is a man that as he pulls stuff out from his bag, like he has acquired a taste of finer things. Like there's like a small like flagon of wine in there as opposed to what the other Azure Blades had. Like he doesn't just have rations and water. Like he has some wine, he has some meat, some bread, some cheese.
Takes out chicken roast.
Yeah, he's not like he just pulls a chicken roast from the bag of holding. Sorry, that's really not the way that I wanted to meet you all. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, and I'll be honest, I probably can't answer most of them. But yeah, it's good to meet you all. I appreciate you taking care of my sisters for the time being.
The pleasure's ours.
I don't know if it's a pleasure, but you know, just thanks for doing it regardless. I know they can be a handful.
Absolutely.
So, I kind of want to ask, like, how were you able to do that? But sometimes, if you're strong enough, that is the case.
No, I just train a lot.
All right. So, did we kind of ruin your plan? Like, were you going to fight them, but saw us and figured getting this out was more important, or?
No, actually, it helped me. It was a dud. I got bad information. I went to find an empty hole in the wall. And then, I mean, well, I received word that 6 men were going to come help me, and when I realized that they weren't, well, I got to work.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saving our lives and possibly the worst deal we've ever going to be a part of.
I mean, you don't have to thank me for doing something that I was going to do, you know, but I appreciate it, honestly. Yeah. Sorry, there's a lot going on, and I'm sorry that you guys are caught up in it. Thank you, Dasha.
Sorry. It's true.
Guys, let me have a seat.
Listen, Rose, and Marjorie, I want to talk to both of you before we set up watches tonight. And if it's okay, I want to talk to them by themselves. This isn't the big brother thing of like, you with my sister? No, that's not what this is.
Uh-huh.
So, skedaddle.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, like now. Like, fucking God.
All right.
Understood. Thank you for saving our lives.
Is he asking us to step back or
He's
just
asking his sisters to step back.
Yeah.
We step
yeah,
back.
when-
I'll be honest. My dad's report was kind of mean. I think you guys are pretty capable. I mean, from what I've heard, you guys have done quite a bit since joining up, right?
For the time we were together, I would say decent amount.
So I assume this is just like professional courtesy then, right? Like just traveling for the sake of it together. It's safer in numbers and all that.
That and there's a few arrangements between us.
Okay.
If you're going to give us the whole speech of this is a dangerous thing to be, we've already heard that.
No, I don't give a fuck. They can do what they want. They're grown ass women.
Oh, great.
I was just gonna say that I'm gonna ask my sisters to get involved with some pretty shitty shit. But I'd like to ask you guys first. Because I think you guys got swept up into my bullshit, and that's on me. All of you.
Alright, well, what is this bullshit we might be stuck with?
Those 5 dragons, they threaten this country. Well, they threaten this continent, really. They just have their eyes set on Andamiria for not what's in the city, but what's underneath it.
Oh,
You guys don't strike me as the religious types at all. Good.
Nope. No,
And I'm not
she's
really
not.
either, but I've studied and I've read a lot. The Sovereign. There was a big war way back when, and there was a god that created something that we call the Sovereign in ancient texts. A Charybdis-like creature, 5 heads, powerful. It was split following the end of that war into 5 different pieces. Or so we thought. There's 6. The body, then each fragment of its power. You guys just met all 5 of them, and I'm pretty sure you know what the last piece is.
the biggest part.
When I walked in there, because the body... Listen, there's a lot I can't say. I don't know you guys. You guys don't know me, obviously. And I think that's super fair and valid. But right now, the body shouldn't have a conscience. It shouldn't act. It should just be a lingering stone where those 5 can come back to and attempt to reform. Are either of you, any of you, familiar with the War of the Sisters? It happened a couple thousand years ago. Okay.
Would any of
It's-
us?
Anyone give me a history check, and then I'll just give you exposition.
Okay. Nope. That makes sense. Forget that. Fuck.
It was a major battle, like thousands of years ago, a major war, taking place on this continent. Cassian, absolutely. Cassian, you can decide how you've come unto this knowledge. What the War of the Sisters was a fight between the countries that are now known as Zarix and Garrix. These two countries, very magically advanced, very powerful. For some, no one, there's so many, like, historians do not know the true reason, but the most commonly understood reason is that it was a political war fought because of political rights between two brothers, or two families, really. A splinter off one that established Garrix and a splinter off one that established Zarix. They were like, well, you're over there, I'm over here. Why are we doing this shit? I'm just going to take all of this. And the other one was doing the exact same thing. I'm going to take all of this. And so they went to war.
What did we find out last campaign that the actual reason was one of them was like one of the incarnations of Bartholdi before him, and like was one of the sword
One of the incarnations of Bartholdi fought in that war. Like, he wasn't like in charge of it. He just fought in that war.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It was this massive bloody war that was fought atop floating cities, literally ramming into each other as if a ship would do during ship combat on a city scale. It was devastating.
Got it.
As you he explains this out to you all, my father is part of a group that they know the real reason behind it. And while I'm not fully sure, I think it has something to do with the reformation of the Sovereign. Now, the Sovereign isn't a god. It's not locked behind the divine shale. But it is something powerful. Now, I'm asking you for first because you're not obligated to me to anything. You're not my sister. You're not my family. You're just some people I just met. And I'm not going to tell you to leave my sisters out of this because I want them working on this. I'm coming to you all to make a decision for them. Because if I ask them, they're going to say yes. So I'm not asking them. What I'm asking is, I'd appreciate some ears to the ground. You don't have to fight my battle for me or fight my war for me, but just open communication. If you could help me out, then maybe I could help you out. Or you could wipe your hands clean of this and let me handle it. Regardless, I do think you should stick with them. They're smiling a lot more than they were at home, and I think that's a good thing.
At least we'll need to discuss this because I don't want to say I want to make a decision for everybody without knowing the direct opinion on it. But I think we might have some information for you, but you might already know it.
Anything you can give me, I'll take. But yeah, discuss it, talk it over. And when we get into the city, we can talk more. We'll just leave it at that and we'll table it there. And yeah.
All right.
One more thing, and I really hate to put a damper on things, this kind of fucking sucks. He points to you, Arceus. They know?
They do. How do you?
Just tell him someone says hello.
Sure he'll appreciate that.
I didn't hear you.
Said I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Like sarcastic.
I'm sure he won't. And I think that's why you're going to do it.
Will he know? Or can I give him the name?
He'll know.
I feel like he kind of sees what we see sometimes, so I think he might already know.
All right, I'm going to go see the dum-dums.
All right.
Anything you four want to do as he leaves?
Bye.
Nice talking to you.
I don't know about you all, but if anything does to fuck over the dragons who try to threaten us, I'm in.
You love everything he said. Honestly, he could have said none of it. Fuck those guys.
Mhm. I
And
have just met them, and I don't like them.
We do owe him a favor.
That's also true.
This just makes it easier.
and if he's offering open communication, I'm not sure if everybody here needs information, but something to help with your condition, whatever the fuck you have going on, I'll point to Cassian. And for whatever your objectives might be, information that he has access to might be able to help with us in our situations as well.
I feel like you more meant open communication in regards to this creature, but maybe once we get to know him better.
Yeah, but it sounds like if we agree and say like,
Bye, Era.
Bye,
Someone screenshot it, please.
Always-
Someone
always
screenshot
with
it,
the best
please.
side.
Bye, Era.
Someone
Bye,
screenshot
Era.
it, please.
I got
I
it.
got
I got it.
Thank
Era,
you.
say nothing if you're secretly from the Feywild. Oh my god, guys!
no,
God damn it! He just get fucked!
Yeah, fuck him.
God damn it! That was so good.
hold up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, I want to point out, I got no indication on my side that anything happened.
Really? You just heard us talking shit?
That's usually how it goes.
No, I saw you guys go, oh, bye, Air. I'm like, what's happening? Did I do something bad?
Someone was behind you, ready to grab
We're
your ass.
canceling you now.
Brand, don't
You're
joke like that, bro. That's my biggest fear.
what?
Sometimes I'm gaming and I feel something behind me and I'm like,
It's real bad because the door's behind you.
I know.
Hey, bro,
That's what I'm saying.
listen, in the hallway,
So-
AJ doors first, so I'm safe.
When did I get cut off?
Just say what you want to say so I can get that out of my head.
Where did I get cut off? All
Say what you want to say. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we're not,
I don't-
just start over.
right, so essentially,
No,
Like,
over
he is the
communication.
one
Over
that was-
communication. Yeah, and then all
Yeah.
our shit. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't see him saying no. We say like, hey, we're also having to be looking for this. So even if not only to fuck over the dragons, but to help ourselves a little bit, it sounds like a win-win-win.
I agree. That's it.
So we're in agreement. I can't wait to tell Giannis about this. That would be fun.
Well, hang on. Cassian was going to say something, I think, unless he said
Yeah,
nothing.
I was
Okay,
like,
cool.
Cassian? Question mark?
Cool.
Um,
All right.
I have more stuff. I can keep going, but like again, you guys need to stop.
Keep going, man.
Just out of curiosity, Cassian and Mila, is there anything you guys actually want that we should keep our eye out for?
In this moment, I have a lot to learn about this place. But that is not something you can necessarily just help with. You are already doing so.
I guess that's the best we're gonna get. What about you, Cassian?
Nope.
Okay. Marjorie and Rosemary, you see that your brother comes and he kind of walks casually towards you, putting one arm around one and then the other. Oh, let's go on a walk.
Okay.
Kind of takes his flagon of wine, uncorks it, and takes a sip and passes it to Marjorie first.
I take a sip.
What the fuck did you guys do to piss Dad off so much? You guys killed a lady?
We didn't kill a lady. Technically, Mila did.
You guys killed a lady?
He
It was
supposed
mostly
to
an
protect
accident.
us, not the other way
Fucking
around.
Insane! You guys killed a lady in like your first month away from home. What the fuck? Guys, like, do I need to write you like the Traveler's Handbook 101?
Do you know anything about Johanna? I never heard
Not
of her
really.
before.
I met her once. She came to visit me with Dad.
Okay.
Do you think they were like, you know, sleeping together?
Why are you thinking about that? That's Dad. Like, you
She
think
was-
about your dad
was-
fucking other people? What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, did you see the way she was
That's
kissing
something you
him?
don't think about. That's just something you forget about. Like you pretend that doesn't exist. But no, I don't think they were bumping.
Okay, I think they were totally bumping.
Nah, they weren't bumping. That's old, man.
Yeah, and she was freakishly, like, obsessed with him.
Yeah, I mean, she's a vampire. Like, that's why.
What?
She had pale skin, pointy ears, red lips. What the? It was on a fucking wall, you idiots.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't get that.
I didn't get
Yeah,
that either.
apparently Dad like made a deal with someone, and then she came as like his scribe or some shit.
That's okay. Wow.
But yeah, she and Dad came to visit me and Uncle D not too long ago.
Okay.
What the fuck are you guys doing? I know what you're doing. And he points to you, Marjorie.
Oh, so you're asking what I'm doing?
Yeah. But like y'all together, because like when I found out you guys were together, that was kind of weird. Like I knew that's what was gonna happen, but I didn't think it would happen.
Okay, let me catch you up. We were both heading towards Andamiria, and we ended up at Rivendell.
I'm already bored.
Okay.
Bridge version.
Yep. You cut me off just before dragons attacked
Okay.
Rivendell.
Yep.
Okay. Anazul was there. Igneous,
You're
the
trying.
fucking...
You're trying. Yep, you got it.
Oh boy. Yeah. They attacked, and then we met up, and then we're like, hey, let's come to you because you asked us to come here.
Strength in numbers.
but so hang on.
Am I giving you information you already knew? You asked me.
I want to make sure if you were gonna lie to me or not.
Oh, no.
He wouldn't lie.
I was just checking.
Lie
I
about
was
what?
just checking. Listen. I was just checking. Okay.
Oh, I will say though, Rosie has become a groupie.
What?
What is
Yeah.
up with you and family members sleeping with people? That's something you don't talk about, Marjorie.
It's
Like,
something
just
that makes me uncomfortable, and I need to
then
acknowledge it.
write it in your diary or yell it out across the wind. But you don't tell me about it. I don't care. If she want to get syphilis, let her get syphilis. I don't give a fuck as long as she's
Yeah,
breathing.
we don't tell her. Well, I'm not. Hey, okay.
We have
She's
some
like on
very
both
bad
sides.
thing to
What
have.
is happening? Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
let's break it down.
More pressing. Far more pressing.
What are you guys like doing? Like, what is your long-term goal here? Because my understanding is, Jory, when you're done, you're gonna go back home. Or is Dad and I understanding it wrong?
No, once I'm done delivering the letters, I am planning to go back home.
Okay.
You know the outcome of the letters, right?
Huh?
You know, like, why I'm delivering these letters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Do you wait, Rosebud, do you not know?
No. She
Oh, don't tell her. Don't tell her.
I
Don't
don't-
tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
I don't even know what she's been doing. She's been so cagey.
Oh.
Dad wants me to take up on the family business, so to speak. I'm going to be his predecessor.
But you just got magic like a day ago.
Okay, and
I was
pretty
gonna say
good at
that
it.
in a far more
Okay, I
polite
can
way.
somewhat see now.
I mean,
So I can't
yeah.
take on 5 dragons by myself. I'll grow into it. maybe.
Shut up.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is like, that's weird. Dad said you were gonna be his successor.
I'm so sorry,
Is
you
this-
cut out for me. What'd you say?
So Dad's gonna be your. Dad said you're gonna be his successor.
Yeah. That's what the letters are for, to tell the other
No, you told
mages.
me. You guys are not still mad at Dad, right?
I mean, mad about what?
Being Dad.
Mad isn't the right word. But
Understanding might be better, but like begrudging understanding.
I'm gonna tell you something, and you can't tell Dad.
Okay.
He wouldn't listen anyway.
Can you not? Just
I'll
listen.
try.
Let me ask you something. Do you really think Dad didn't know you two were gonna find your way to each other? He probably orchestrated it.
Well, yeah, that was my immediate thought. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think that our Father, in his infinite wisdom and intelligence, is okay with a third of his children being dead somewhere in a ditch, and then the other one being a messenger boy? Does that make sense?
Yes, but I don't know where you're going with it.
Just come on.
Okay, so I feel like I'm understanding that maybe you're not letting me skip ahead in the conversation, but you get to do that to
Oh,
me.
absolutely. I'm the oldest, so kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Marjorie, I don't know if this is going to be a hit to your pride, and I'm so sorry if it is. I just want to be fully honest. Dad doesn't intend to name you successor. He intends to name you both.
What?
What? Also, why does he
Oh,
need a
so we're
successor?
deaf. So we're deaf now.
No, but like,
Why?
why does he need a successor, and why both of us, and what? Why not you? And I have so many questions.
Dad's
What?
human. He's gonna die. Maybe
Uh-huh.
not today, maybe not tomorrow, but he's gonna die eventually. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but he's fucking smart. Annoyingly so. I'm not gonna take that intelligence. That's not. I have a different path in front of me. So, without someone to take it, all of Dad's knowledge, all of his advances across the world, they're gonna stop. And regardless of what you think about our Father, I think that'd be a bad thing. Now, obviously, wars have been fought for similar, even stupider shit than this. I think this is his way of trying to have a family.
It's a really messed up way of having one.
Have you ever known Dad to do anything normal?
No.
I mean, if he names you successor, Rose, then Marjorie, what are you gonna do? Play your violin until the end of time? And I'm sure you'd be happy for a time, but... And then if he names you, Marjorie, what are you gonna do, Rose? Travel from city to city? Get high all the time and do whatever?
That I'm doing that.
Oh, so you don't think... You think I don't know you're getting high? You're getting high a foot from my bedroom. You think you're not doing it when you're halfway across the world?
She tries every chance she gets.
Shut up.
She's a narc.
I don't care if you get high or not. I mean, shit, yeah, I gotta get high sometime, but like, I don't care. I'm not saying that to be like big brother. Yeah.
No, I know. Why isn't Father here telling us this? Why is this coming from you?
Because he would never tell you it.
Of course he wouldn't. But
He
that's
knows that I would.
well, that's a lot. But so what from here? Is he expecting us to do something?
Nothing. Just keep going as you're going.
Okay.
I just wanted to talk to you about the shitty stuff before we get to the fun stuff. The fun stuff being, I talked to the other four. You guys don't get to make a decision on this, unfortunately. You have the least chance of getting hurt if you decide to either help me or do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I want to
No one's gonna hurt y'all when I'm here. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Look, I came here because you said that maybe there's something that can
Shut
help
the
me.
fuck up. Shut the fuck
Really?
up. Later.
Okay, but really,
I'm glaring at
big-
them.
a bigger part of the reason why I'm here is because we got attacked by dragons who were apparently after us, and I think maybe we would be safer in your company. So, yeah, that's fine. Weird way to word it. You could let us at least pretend that we had a say. But yeah,
You
sure.
don't. Because if I ask you to do it,
Yeah.
are you gonna do it?
I gotta stay with you while there's dragons that are afraid of you? Yes.
Exactly. And
Are you
that's a
asking
problem.
me not? Oh, you're asking me not to. Oh. You have a weird roundabout way of asking that. Are we not gonna die from dragons? Plural.
God, you're fucking annoying.
Uh-huh.
You didn't even compliment my nails.
I'm
Do
blind.
you know how
to
hard it is to find the same nail polish that you had at home over here? You didn't even say anything, and then you gon'
Dragons.
that I'm worried about y'all.
Worried about us and the nail polish.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
important things.
Okay, so
what I'm saying
wait.
is, Rosebud, listen.
Uh-huh.
What I'm
Uh-huh.
saying is, I don't want you to make a decision to change what you want to do because you're scared of dragons. I understand it, obviously, right? I mean, who wouldn't be scared of dragons? But I want you to do what you want to do. So I'm asking you, what do you want to do? Fuck this dragons, fuck me, fuck everything. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that, but you don't want me to talk about it. Weird.
Not yet.
What are
Yeah,
you
I
guys
heard that
hiding
the
from
first
me?
time. I don't know what we're hiding from you.
No, I'm not hiding anything. I'm just... Shut the fuck up.
Have you known me to do that?
I said shut the fuck up.
I
What about it? Okay, whatever.
it,
Marjorie, I gotta talk
Yes.
to you by yourself.
Okay.
Okay,
go back to the rest of them then.
yeah.
Nails
Listen.
look good. As I walk away.
Fuck you. Listen, Marjorie, I'm gonna tell you something separate from Rosemary, okay?
Okay.
Dad's in something called the Enclave. I don't know what it is. All I know is that he told me about it a couple months ago, the Arcane Enclave. Those letters you're delivering are to all the members of that Enclave.
Oh.
I met a man who yelled at me for an hour straight. He said something was that he passed by you all. I know his name, but Blackstaff.
Ugh.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I want to talk to you separately. You're going to have to do something that you're not going to like to do. Because one of those letters is to Ignatius Blackstaff.
This is fine. This is fine.
Not him, his father.
Oh, this is great.
The reason why I wanted to talk to you separately is because Ignatius Blackstaff is a master of wild magic.
Oh.
Yeah, if Rose was here, she's gonna fucking jump all over that and be like, "Ooh, wild magic, let me get some of that."
Maybe he could help her.
No, he cannot. He hates all of us.
Ah. That's
Well,
right.
he hates Dad, and so he hates all of us.
Yes. One of the disadvantages of being his spawn.
Spawn is insane.
It's his term of endearment for us.
He
It's
called
'cause
you
he's-
Spawn?
Oh, I forgot you're the favorite.
I am.
Yeah.
No, fuck. Listen. Ignatius Blackstaff is Father's old rival. I've never known anyone to rival Father in magical prowess. This guy did. And so when you meet him, do not bring up anything to your sister about him knowing wild magic. Okay?
I won't bring anything up to him, but what if he reveals it himself?
If he reveals himself, then that's on him.
That's true.
What I'm saying is don't stoke the flame.
I won't. I'll try to prevent Rose from doing that as well, but no promises on her end. Hopefully she won't find out.
Alright. Alright, can you go get Rose? She's being annoying. I don't want to talk to her right now, but I got to.
Fine. I'll go grab Rose. I know you, and as like we're walking over,
I know you're hiding something, and I will find out what it is.
You're not going to find out, and I absolutely am hiding something.
Yes and no.
Yes, but
Hey,
you're back.
so what are we hiding?
What are we hiding? Shut the fuck up! Come here!
I'm here.
Okay, listen. I don't want to say this. With your head around,
Mhm.
there's my old teacher. Okay? That's who I think can help you.
Old teacher? From where?
Not too far from here, Zella's Landing.
Okay.
Julius Soft Meat. Well, that's what I call him, but Soft Met.
Okay.
He's insane.
Appreciate that up front.
No, like insanely amazing. He's crazy at magic.
Okay. You might know something?
He'll know something because I asked him to look into it. He'll know how to help. Now, the reason I'm telling you this and not Rosebud or Jorhead
Oh boy.
is because both of y'all got 2 chips on your shoulder, but they're different flavors. So I'm telling her something to fix that chip on her shoulder and not take that chip from yours. And I'm telling you something to take that chip off your shoulder and not move anything from hers. Get it?
You know that the chip is not like a potato chip, right? Like it's
It
a-
absolutely is a potato chip.
I don't think that's
Yours is sour cream and vinegar, and hers is spicy ranch.
ooh,
okay.
And a nice.
Oh, you really think you're not a sour? You really think you're not a sour cream and vinegar girl?
I mean, it's sure. Okay.
Yeah, you're about as sweet as vinegar. That's why you get that flavor.
I did get it. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
I just had to say it.
Okay. So wait, we're not telling her because she'll be jealous.
Listen,
What's the
No, because if I tell her that there's a super powerful wizard that's so open to teaching my sister, she's going to ask to be taught. And if I tell you the thing that I told her, you're going to be super open to ignoring the thing that I'm telling you now and going to the thing that I'm telling her. Make sense?
is the thing you're telling her better than the thing you're telling me?
This is why this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. This is going to sound so fucked up of a brother as me.
Okay.
I don't know how to say this. Don't rely on her and don't let her rely on you. And I mean that with all the love in my heart.
I know what you mean.
Do you?
I did until you said that.
Okay. No, I'm not. Don't second guess yourself now because I'm asking.
Okay.
Do you think she knows that too?
I don't know.
Hence why the secrecy.
I'm glad I have you alone. Do you know that she has a time dragon in her? I mean, I know that we were doing a
Is
like.
that an innuendo or a
I didn't-
euphemism?
No, she has the soul of a time dragon in her. Bazim.
I
Look,
mean,
she
you
knocked.
fuck-
She
I
knocked on
gotta-
me.
I gotta tell Dad. She said that you got high, and you just told me that there's something inside of her. They're not the
dragon.
same.
Okay, well, maybe they are.
Because now if I don't tell Dad, I fucked up.
She also told you that I slept with a guy in a band, so
Oh, my adult sister that went away to fucking school is having sex. I'm an adult.
no, I mean like, so I should tell you about the dragon. Look,
Yeah, they
You're-
definitely equal out, Rosebud.
don't tell Dad. I'm telling you because maybe you know something about it.
Rose, I have to tell Dad because I don't know anything, and if I don't tell him, then
The dragon is apparently enemies with the Sovereign Sons.
why? Oh, I don't want to know more.
I don't know
Okay.
anymore, so I can't. If
Okay.
there,
Okay.
believe me, if there was a third beat,
Okay.
if there was a third thing I could tell you, I would because it
Okay,
would
are
be
you gonna
good.
tell her that you snitched and that I gotta tell Dad, or do I have to do it?
Oh, I would really prefer if you did it.
No. Okay, so that's why you're gonna do it. Okay. All right. Anything else this evening or over the course of the next couple days, as before you get to Andamaria?
For unknown reasons, Rosemary, she's just gonna wake up strangled and dead.
Oh,
Don't know why.
Oh
Don't know why.
no.
It's a mystery, y'all.
It's a cruel.
Do we tell him that we agreed, or does he tell us to wait until we get to the city?
It's up to you.
I think we're in agreement, so unless someone wants to tell me, I'm gonna tell him. If my internet doesn't keep being weird. When he gets back to the camp, I think I'll like give him a nod of like, you made a decision.
Yeah.
Happy to help.
I'm glad to hear it. Happy to be helped. If that's the case, let's set up in Andamaria for the time being. And just the general region. If we're going to be working together, I want to make sure that I can come to you guys whenever you need me, and likewise. Does that sound fair? Alright, well, let's get back. There's a nice inn that I'm going to get you guys set up in. I've been staying there for a couple months now. Most of the men stay there, so headquarters isn't too far from it, so it's a nice little spot. Okay. Unless there's anything else, you eventually arrived. Oh yes, go ahead, Ark.
Just real quick. While they're having their little one-on-ones with the brother, we're all kind of off to the side after we all kind of talk.
Yeah.
What is out loud in like a low tone because he's like talking to himself basically, but out loud because everyone knows already. I think he just I want to talk to Armand.
Okay.
I think he's just gonna talking shit to you.
Careful. Be very careful of the next words that leave your mouth.
I was just interested in history.
I'll kill him. I'm going to kill him.
Doubt your tenacity of all things. But why?
Why the sudden interest? You want to play a trick and think you have something over me.
There's no trick. Someone pats a dragon on the side of the head and then starts talking shit to you. You didn't even say anything.
Because you're too weak. I can't fight him the way that you are now. But once I am realized, he and that thing inside him will die.
He's got something inside of him too. Huh. Is it like this? And kind of like points like to himself, like twice. Is it like this?
I could only wish that he be plagued by the same torturous shackles that I am.
You're probably not gonna tell me anything more, so I'm not gonna answer. Okay. Thanks anyway.
Okay. Anything else from anyone as we arrive to the city?
I think at one point I would just go to him like, hey, just out of curiosity, if we ask you to keep your ear on the ground information, if you happen to come across it, and let us know when we trade information, would that be cool? Or essentially that.
Yeah, he kind of does the same thing. He's like, yeah, like anything I know, like I'm not afraid to share shit that I can share. Like it's still very much a professional like deal where it's like, you're not my siblings. I'm not gonna like bear it all out for you. And you even get that in the way that he talks to you versus the way that he talks to his sisters. With his sisters, his guard is down. His sisters could stab him in the chest and he'd take it. You know, but with you all, it's like, I don't fucking know you. I don't care if you have my sister's trust. You still don't have my trust. So it's business partners at this point. So in good business, anything that I learned that you might need that I can tell you, I'll tell you. Anything that you might need to know that I can't tell you, I won't.
Okay. So I would essentially let me on the tattoo thing and the other thing of my character. Like if you happen to find anything about this.
If you do bring up your tattoos, he will say that there is someone in Andamaria that he spotted that looks very similar to you.
Andamaria?
That's the city that we're going to.
All right, let me write that down.
I have something for him as well. Whenever he goes in.
Yeah.
Like, so, long story short, or that actually, do you know what the Sovereign Sons are doing in Andamaria? Other than just wreaking havoc? Like what the goal is?
There's something underneath Andamaria that they want. They're looking for it, looking for a way underneath. It's buried under thousands and thousands of years. What it is, I can't tell you, but that's why.
It's fine. Yeah. I'm sure you know, but in the interest of being transparent with this information, they were willing. They must really want Anazul dead, because they were willing to give up those operations in Andamaria in exchange for our help with killing it. They were about 5 seconds from agreeing to that until you stormed in, thankfully.
Well, I'm glad I did. Because, honestly, as much as I hate to say it, killing Anazul isn't a bad plan.
How do you mean?
Well, it's part of a good plan.
How do you mean?
I can't kill them. I mean, I could, but it'd just make it worse.
But you could kill the thing and make them tie them all together.
If I kill one, the other 4 get stronger. If I kill 2, the other 3 get stronger, and so on and so forth. I'm going to be fighting a gauntlet where my enemy gets stronger and fully realized every single time I take one down. And they can't kill me. Because if I kill one, then their plan stops. For the time being, at least in my lifetime.
So if you or they kill the body, what happens then? Don't they need it?
Killing the body isn't the problem. It's preventing them from having it.
So why would they want
The
us?
body is just piloted by Anazul now.
So they want the dead body of Anazul. They want what?
They want the vessel that can hold them all together.
I'm gonna pick one of these up, and I'll pull out like the mostly complete mask.
He reaches into his bag of holding. This is not me comparing dick sizes. And he takes one out, and then another, and then another, and then another.
Are there any that are fully formed? Like that are like
yes,
completely whole?
most of them are fully formed.
I think he just he just goes. I think he just swaps his with the one that's full.
Yep. I've looked into all of them, and they're just pieces of art. That's all they fucking are.
I look crazy. I'm kind of looking around. Like, is anyone like around us?
As much as you want. If you want to pull them to the side, you absolutely can.
Yeah, but let's talk, buddy. You know what's going on with me. The ability to disguise myself very well, more than most people could. Do you think that would be of any help, or even possible?
Listen, they're not like bandits that hold up in one place. They're like rats. They move about, they flitter and flutter throughout the city. Catching one at a time is all we can really hope for at this point. 3 if we're fucking hitting the lottery. And honestly, the disguise is a good plan. We've thought about it, but unless you were willing to give your life up when they called it, you'd be made immediately. Because they're not just their foot soldiers. They're their food.
How do they have so many people rallied to that cause? E5 giants.
This is going to be a fucked up thing to say. Please don't strike me down, any of you up there. It's the same reason why people rally to gods. People worship what they want. There's no difference between someone flesh and blood that has thousands of people following them and a god that has thousands of people following them. At the end of the day, we're all just meat. I don't care if we bleed gold or red or green or anything in between.
Let's hope our next encounter with them goes a bit better. We're kind of 0 for 2 so far. Or 2 for 2.
Yeah, you guys are.
Or 2 for 2, considering how you look at it.
That was really my win, so I can't really count that as yours.
1 for 2.
I mean, it was my win.
One
So
for 2.
no, it was my win. Okay. I mean, you can just be wrong. It's okay. He pats you on the back, and as he kind of starts to walk away, he stops for a second and turns. Oh, Orcaeus, right? You seem like a nice guy. You got to get a lock on that, because I don't want to have to kill you.
Yeah. He hates.
Good.
And the other one.
Yeah. Of course they would.
This might be weird to hear. It's gonna be weird to say. It's comforting knowing that there's someone that could, if it needed to happen.
Honestly, that's a fucked up thing to say. Stop trying to find ways out. Just beat his ass yourself.
Nothing I would love more. To that effect, do you know of anyone in Endemir that would be able to train me?
You can go to my uncle, but I don't think you're going to want his training. I mean, Endomeria, all 3 of the major mercenary companies are there now. It's a good spot. It's not too far from the water. There's a quick road down east where you can get on the docks. Small port village not too far from it. I'm sure you can find someone.
Thanks.
And also, help is probably closer than you think. Just ask those other 2 guys.
Yeah. I don't really specialize in the kind of training I'm looking for. Hopefully I can
Yeah,
find it.
because your enemies are going to specialize. Nah, learning how to fight and fighting are 2 different things. In my experience, the latter is the best teacher rather than the former. Stop overthinking it. Pick up that fucking piece of metal and swing it. The rest will come.
Is it?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Mila.
I also have to go talk to Raz.
We're all
Okay.
taking turns. I wish I RP'd mine now. I was trying to be quick.
Hello, I am
Hi.
Mila. I have caused some trouble for your family by killing the one that was supposed to watch over your siblings on accident.
Okay. Mila, right?
That's my name.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that because it's so much funnier if my sisters killed her.
Okay, I can agree to these terms. In
I
order
appreciate
for us
that.
to work better together, I have created something. And she kind of like hands him one of the sending stones that she's been spending the last kind of week building or kind of making.
Sick! You made this?
I did.
Fuck yeah!
Now you can communicate with us more easily.
It's pretty badass.
It is a step in making up for my mistakes.
Did you make a mistake?
I'm not sure. She was giving me a vibe that she wanted to dismantle me, and I did not like that.
If the roles were reversed, do you think she would have done the same thing?
Most likely.
Then why are you crying about it? Let it go. I mean, can you bring her back?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, well, them's the breaks.
Dems the breaks. Huh. I will use this expression.
Oh, this is so good. Yeah, use that expression and every other expression that you hear. Because they're all valid and they all mean exactly what you think they mean. Please. Matter of fact, I insisted.
Understood. You seem like a straightforward and trustworthy person. And then she will just kind of dink dink and turn around and start walking away.
Okay. Anyone else?
Kind of
It's
wish I
only
RP
fair.
mine thing with it, but sure. Let's do
Eventually,
it.
you get into the city where you are set up in a very nice inn, the Twig and Berry. You see that as you guys check in, Rasmodius is doing most of the talking. And at the end of it, he turns, all right, look, I paid for your first week's stay here on me. After that, you guys are going to figure it out yourselves. I think that's more than fair. There's a couple of different rooms. Your rooms are paid for until the end of this week. If you guys need me, I'm really going to be around here. My room is on the 4th floor. If you guys need me, I'll give you guys a key. You can come see me whenever. If there's a sock on the door, don't come in. If you hear grunting, I'm just training. Yeah, is this how it feels, Marjorie? You like talking about your family, you have sex so much? No, I'm kidding. I'm seriously, come in whenever.
I don't.
I'm gonna get back to HQ and talk to the company commander. I'll be there if you guys need me.
Roger that.
And he takes his leave. What are you six doing in Andamaria?
I'm
Andamaria
looking
has a
for-
couple. I'll give you a couple of like POIs. They have all
Yeah,
of
give
the
us the
3
map.
major. I don't have the map finished yet.
wait,
Unfortunately.
wait. We're still on the map of Zirian. Can you give us the?
I think that Mila will go to Marjorie as well.
Ooh.
We done?
I'll go to Rose.
28 damage.
Mila kind of
Okay.
walks up to Marjorie. Hello, Marjorie. I have
Hello,
made
Mila.
something that will allow you to speak to your brother more frequently.
Oh.
And she kind of hands you the other half of this sending stone that she created.
That's so cool. Thank you.
You are welcome.
This. What else can you make?
I am capable of producing a space that can hold a lot of items, but I do not have the components I need.
What other components do you need? Maybe I can help you get them.
I, as Juice, don't know, but I'm sure that the DM does.
Sure.
I think you just need a bag.
Robotic voice of whatever is needed.
To make a what?
Bag of holding.
You need a bag.
That's
Oh.
it. Yeah.
I require a bag. I do not have one.
AJ, I assume I have a bag. I mean, I don't know what's holding like all our supplies and shit.
You can turn one of your your backpacks
Yeah.
into a bag of holding. Yeah.
Mila, There's like 6 bags in our group. You can use mine if you want.
Okay, I will. She just kind of like, I will return it to you when I am done. And then she kind of walks away. With
Fucking chest cavity opens up.
Exactly.
Fucking Mechanicus shit comes down.
Machine spirit.
Machine spirit.
How long are the bag of holding?
Omnissiah. The Omnissiah has heard it. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of POIs real quick before we get into Kay and Rose. There's all 3 of the headquarters. There's a Coliseum here, a bunch of different inns. There's a Bard College, a theater house. There is a remaining Jaeger Guild, and then there are about 4 separate adventuring guilds.
Did he let me know where is the person who looks like me, or did he just say that he saw some?
He said that
guy
he
that-
saw someone that looks like you.
I would have asked where.
Like, seen him a couple times in the market.
Okay. I do want to talk to Rose.
Okay.
Rosemary, you got a second?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, does your brother know about your inky situation? And I'm kind of like motioning like things like coming out of my back.
I mean, generally, yes, not specifically. Why?
Well, I didn't want to bring it up with him if it come up with conversation if he didn't know about it. I don't know how secrecy you and your siblings are.
I mean, it's not particularly a secret. I'd also think it'd be kind of weird if you did bring it up, but it's yeah. I mean, he knows broadly that my magic does weird things at weird times. Does he know about that specifically? No.
All right. I'm only asking because in case it came up, I won't bring it up myself, but it could be related to the topic. Anyway, we kind of have a buddy system going on with the group. No one goes alone. I need to look around the market to hopefully find somebody. You want to come with me?
I need something from the market as well, so sure. Why not?
Is it drug?
I can't believe you would even ask me that question.
Yes.
I'll keep
Where
an
did that
eye
come
out for
from?
some drugs for you as well.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything in Andamaria tonight? Okay. So let me just get stock. It is Rose and Kay going to the market.
Mhm.
Okay. What time of day do you go?
I would
think-
prefer nighttime.
I think Kay would want to go like when it's like there's a good amount of buzz, because if it's busy, there's a better chance that they're there.
Okay. So probably
So-
like midday-ish you want to go?
Yeah, maybe midday, maybe leaning a little past that. So like if we want to stay till nighttime for Rose to do her
Okay.
thing.
Rose, are you coming with him during midday, or are you just gonna go back with him out on at night?
I'll just go with him midday. He's saying he wants a buddy system, so I'll just be with him, and I'll look at like I do want to just like look out to see if there's any like look into the corners. Is there anybody that's gonna get me what I want?
Okay.
You know, like
as you
they'll be
all-
out during the day.
For
They'll just be
sure.
hidden, you know.
For sure. Looking around, you can give me a investigation check.
Sick.
You definitely find like a fucking undercover guard, essentially, like an undercover
Yeah.
cop.
Nah.
Like he's like, "You want to buy something?" And it's like, "No, dude, get the fuck away from me!" Like just some random passerby. It's definitely like a fucking. It's a narc.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You see him. It's always the shoes. The shoes always gives him away.
Yep. Always the
Like
shoes.
riding clothes, some Jordans.
All right. However, as you all are walking in the market, Kay, you see someone that stops you in your tracks. There's a pit in your stomach that begins to form. You see a large, muscular man. White dreads. Very familiar to you. Having seen this person every single day growing up. But what is different is similar tattoos on their forearms. As you see your brother, Miro. He's walking with a man that's very well dressed. There's a little top hat and a cane under his arm, and they're talking about something. But you see that while the wealthy man is like purchasing things in the market, you see your brother's just talking to him and just kind of following along as he talks to him.
I'll put my shoulder on Rose's shoulder. Can I ask you a favor real quick?
Just tell me the thing.
Can you have your familiar go over and listen to what that drow is saying?
Sure, yeah, I
And
send Lady over. And
and
not, not at all inconspicuous, by the way. This is a pitch black owl with like purple eyes. This thing is
and
not sneaky.
and I'm gonna move me and Rose out of eye line of them. So if he looks around, there's no way he'll see us.
Okay.
And I'll like Rose, if it doesn't work, we gotta get out.
What is happening?
I'll need to know what they're saying. The long story, I'll spin it out.
Okay. I listen through the bird.
Okay. You hear, as I was saying, from the drow man, Mr. Clumberman, my family can give you much of the cost of what you need, so long as you fill your part. Yes, well, I always intended to fill my part of the deal, so to speak, but I need to speak to the leader in charge. I am the one that you'll be speaking to. Yes, but if I could just go there. This is the third time you've asked to see my home. Am I to understand that we won't have a deal until you do? Right, boy! Call me boy again. And missing a deal is the least of your worries. I'll take you. Not now. When I say move, I'll show you what you're buying. Yes, well, the price of... Wait. Something's watching us. Something's listening.
I just, in person, I'm like I've been like, reciting this something. We've been made.
I was like, desummon, we gotta go.
You said what? Do something?
Desummon, like dismissed.
Oh.
Because I've seen you like make it pop out of nowhere, like disappear.
I make the owl disappear.
This
Sure.
very conspicuous black owl with purple eyes very conspicuously
Yeah,
disappears from reality. What are you two doing?
I would try to lead us away, but specifically not gonna go anywhere in eyeline. I'm not even risking a chance that he might see us.
I assume you know this guy. What's the deal?
You know how you have a good relationship with your family, at least most of them.
Oh, is this a family member?
Yes, and there's a reason why I was a little confused of why your relationship with your brother is very nice.
From what I saw, do I see like a family resemblance, like in the face? Like, is that not at all?
The only thing is the tattoos.
Only thing, okay.
Were they also
Is
moving
he
around
still?
slowly?
Does he appear to be of the same race? Like he's got the same like weird skin thing?
It's a drow
No,
man.
not at all.
It's a drow
Just a
guy.
drow man.
But the same
I'm
shifting tattoos.
Yeah. Oh, I have so many questions. Yeah, we can leave, I guess. What's the deal? Why do you hate your brother?
Oh, it's more of from his direction towards me. And I'm saying this as we're leaving.
Makes
Both
more
you give me a
sense.
stealth check.
Shit. I have disadvantage now because of my armor. I don't have passed out chase yet.
Unfortunate.
Come on. Fuck. One of them was good. One of them was a 4. I have a 9. Did you roll bad, Rose?
Maybe.
We are trying to avoid eyeline, like completely.
AJ
A
knows.
very conspicuous owl with purple eyes conspicuously disappeared.
Yeah, but he doesn't that doesn't mean he knows where to look.
Uh-huh. But he knows how to track.
Track what? What is he tracking?
You done? You done or you want to keep going?
I'm done.
Okay. Okay, so Rose, is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay, explain to me how you two both attempt to get away. Because you don't just spy on someone within range of your familiar long enough to see them, send your familiar out, and then get away scot-free. That's not how that works.
Yeah. I think like because I have.
If you
other
send your
clothes-
familiar, like using the ability to see through its eyes and hear through its senses, 100 feet, find this thing, then place it there, and then dismiss it, that's a completely different story than being within 30 feet, sending the familiar out, and then leaving.
Mhm.
Wait, we were within 30 feet of him.
You had to be to see him in a bustling market, yeah.
Well, I would have pulled us like a little further away, but saw the familiar work.
But you saw him within 30 feet. You think he didn't see you?
Okay. Well, I think when we were out of eyeline before we leave, I would like cover up so you can't go glowing blue tattoo. At least like a little hidden hood, and then try to just go with the flow of the crowd to get away and
Okay.
avoid eyeline as possible.
And Rose?
As we're moving away, there's like a big old barrel of apples, and she just walks through it and knocks the whole thing over.
People go, ah! As Kay, you hear this behind you moving, and you stop instinctively. And as Rose, the kind of merchant, is like, "You fucking, what the hell?" You see the same individual, this drow man, reach down, kind of put a hand on the small of your back, and pick an apple up. It was a harmless mistake. Here, you can take this.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. Mr. Cumberland, our business is done for the day. 2 left feet.
I guess so. I'm not normally so clumsy. Hi, Rosemary.
Oh my gosh.
Nero, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
He just looks down at you. This guy is maybe like 6'1". Like your brother is like 6'5", 6'6". He's a tall man. This guy's a bit taller, but he's probably I'd probably say he's like 6'2", 6'3", actually. He's a big hulking guy. No, he is a drow, so probably a bit actually really tall. Yeah, because I forgot. Elves are
Yeah,
really
it's
fucking
probably
tall.
elves are tall.
Well, it depends on where you look, because some places elves are short. So
Like garden elves, most fantasy elves like Legolas are like 7 feet tall, like 6.5 feet.
Oh,
I think it's
damn.
would not be a Chad.
That's crazy.
You're
And
not
he just
supposed
looks
to
down
like
to you.
him.
I just go, thanks again. She's like, she didn't plan on this far, so she's just like, yeah. So, yeah.
He just looks at you, doesn't say anything, just a small smile.
Okay, see ya.
No,
And then,
I think you're staying right there.
okay,
We haven't finished our conversation.
I guess not.
How long are we going to keep playing this game?
I'm not playing any games.
You're good, but I think you crack under pressure.
I mean, do you mean like the pressure, like your brother's over there?
Yeah.
Is that?
You
Yeah.
want to go see him?
Sure.
Let's go.
Fun times. I
Okay,
head on
you're-
over with him.
you're-
I-
You're looking around, you're like, you look down the alley and you see Rose first kind of turn the corner. You're like, oh, okay, good. We're not good.
Rose.
Hey, I found him.
Rose, the entire time you've known Kay, he was like smiley, like almost never breaking a smile, calm. The second he sees his brother, there's a monotone look go over his face. The first time you see him go emotionless. And he looks at you with like a glare like I could kill you right now.
It's your fault.
I look at him with a like, but you won't.
Hello, brother.
Hello, Miro.
How are you?
Alive.
I see. But you know, cockroaches have a good way of staying alive through everything.
You would know.
Would I?
You would.
Because me, I stay alive because I fight my way there, as I'm sure you well know.
Hey, don't dual fights yourself.
I don't. Did you forget the last time we crossed blades?
I don't. And that was probably a fight I'm not going to win.
And yet you still picked it, Kikoak. That's not what you're going by now, is it? You might be a small man, but even you should have the honor to get rid of that name.
Despite the honor of that name. You know, the one who's probably using it now doesn't deserve it.
Deserve it. And what about you? Do you think you deserve it?
It's not up for me to decide, but you did mention if I wanted to do what I was supposed to, might need to see a bit more of the world instead of staying home.
Right. The same world that you tried to banish me to after you got your ass kicked by me. Or did that little bit of dishonor leave your mind?
Before
Really
you start
gotten into
throwing
the middle of a
honor,
family thing, haven't I? Can I leave?
No. No, you're gonna stay here.
Oh.
what do you want, Miro? You just coming to taunt me?
I just wanted to say hello to my brother who seems to be scared to see me.
But before reuniting me, I'm good and ready.
Listen, I don't know if you had any intention of coming back home. I don't really care. I'm here to tell you not to. Because when you're up here, I have no reason to kill you. I have no reason to make you a fool. But if you come back, then you give me reason enough. Goodbye, brother. She is wasted on you.
What did he say? She is
She
wasted
is
on you?
like pointing to Rose, like she's wasted on you.
What does that
Come on,
even
Mio.
mean?
He blushes a little bit.
Goodbye, Miro. I hope whatever you're doing has a good outcome. I mean that.
He does a quick gesture, and it's a gesture that, while it might seem harmless, it doesn't. You can't help but it pisses you off. he dismisses you with a quick, like you would a dog to like. Run along now.
Kind of watch him leave.
He does not like you.
Kay still like no expression, just looks at you.
Oh, come
Still.
on. I couldn't not.
Oh, you definitely could have done something else. That's at least it didn't hurt you.
Out of concern? You seem very nice. Not to you, obviously, but
Rose, I have no doubts in my mind that if you had annoyed him a bit too much, he would have killed you. Or at least made you suffer until you did it.
I will keep that in mind.
And he would begin just like walking back to where the place is. His happy demeanor fully gone right now.
Okay. Anyone else this evening?
I assume Rose didn't cop any drugs.
We're not able to get any drugs in the free market of Animaria, no.
Makes
not in the
sense.
fucking marketplace, no.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Cassian, what do you do in the city mainly? Like, are you just staying at the, I can't even, Twig and Berry?
Right now, yes.
Cool.
No real plan.
All right. Now, the way rooms are set up, you each have your own individual room. Using like the PHB, these are modest rooms, right? So they're gonna. I'll look up the pricing. They're not too expensive for a food, like a full meal, like 3 square meals a day and a night stay. Something that you all could very much afford for weeks and weeks and weeks and months on end. As you all are in each individual rooms, however, Ark is 1, Cassian is 2, Kay is 3, Marjorie is 4, Mila is 5, and Rose is 6. Rose.
Oh boy.
It is late this evening. You all are all resting sound asleep in your beds. There's a knock at your door, Rose, that wakes you up. You have no idea what time it is. It's far too late to be expecting any visitors. What are you doing?
I like try to like listen at the door to see if I can hear anything, and then I'll like check like, hello?
You open the door?
Yeah.
Opening it a crack is all it takes for a hand to push through. One hand covers your mouth, and another immediately brandishes a dagger to your throat. As you're looking through eyes that are covered by this black mask. As this individual, the same black mask with the different dragon horns, pins you down against the wall, the dagger against your neck. My lords will be heard. They will not bend. By now, my brothers are doing the same to your friends. How dare you deny our lords. And with a quick cut across your neck, blood starts gushing out as there are knocks on each of your doors simultaneously.
I think
And that's where we're
after-
going to end session tonight.
Okay.
And pick back up in 2 weeks.
Oh
that is
my
not-
god.